So what's up? What's up? Player's choice. Here we are.
What's good? What's
What's going on,
good?
everybody? What's going
What's
on?
up? What's up?
What's
So we have a
good?
couple of subjects today. Of course, the blind side is like our main one. We have some other topics like cooler and a little bit more happy feeling ones. So for everyone that doesn't haven't hasn't hear about the blind side situation, um like I'm hating this topic, to be honest. I'm hating it because it's so strange. But this is all about this NFL player that lately showed up and like talking about that he was adopted by this family, that he recently um that hold on, because Ron is tapping in. Ron, Ron. Okay, Ron
I
is
guess
here.
not.
You
I
muted.
guess
Yeah,
not.
yeah. So it's about this NFL player, right? That he has this movie. He was adopted by this family, like pretty rich one, and now he's like fighting for his royalties that he never got any money of that or something like that.
Well,
Besides all the psychological issues that he's starting to like
I
see
can
that.
I can break it down for you, Claire. So basically, Michael Orr, he's suing because of how much money that Blindside the royalties made. So what happened was, obviously everybody's seen the Blindside, right?
Yeah.
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 So that movie, I mean, I thought the movie was cool. It's not one of my favorite sports movies, but it was a cool movie.
Right.
The problem is how drastic the movie showcased Michael. Like, he was dumb, he was slow, things like that, when he wasn't like that at all.
I
So
mean, they picture him like as he had mental issues. Like
he did
that's
not. He
very.
was actually
I
pretty
know,
good.
like it's terrible. Like
But it's also Hollywood. It's a movie. I don't really know.
They're trying to sell the movie.
Yeah,
but
they're trying to sell the movies. I'm not mad at
there's
that.
a-
That's just a
They're
movie.
trying to pull out our heartstrings and stuff.
Yeah.
So
So the problem with it is that when Michael Orr and them when they're trying to make him like an official part of the family, so to speak, I'm using quotations, is that he was already 18, so they couldn't like legally adopt him, so they used the conservatorship. And a conservatorship, for those who don't know, became like a really big topic with Britney Spears, and that's basically like when it's like when somebody's not, whether it's like they're mentally capable. Usually they use this for a lot of like older people with money, so that they just don't go wild with it or anything like that. So they have like give somebody the power to spend their money for them. And obviously with Britney Spears and her stuff, when she went legitimately crazy for a little bit, and then her family put her under that conservatorship. But those things have a tendency to be abused, like we saw with Britney. So they did the same thing for Michael as a way to adopt him. In a way, they took advantage of him because he was a good enough athlete to go D1. He went to Ole Miss. He was a star there. Then he was drafted in the first round of the NFL. I believe he made like $30 million in his career. But the problem is the Blindside movie itself made $300 million off a $30 million budget. And the person who even wrote the book that the movie was based on was like the son's friend. So the son's friend. And then all of them made money. Like, everybody made money around Michael. Even this high school coach went on to was the head coach at Ole Miss, Hugh Freeze. And then he's now still coaching D1. So the problem is, even if they said that, Michael was a part of our family, they still took advantage of them because it's not like they're dumb. They're a very wealthy family in Memphis. Mm-hmm. Like they make
how much did he make off the movie?
Just looking.
Did he make none?
Hundreds of thousands, I believe.
Hundreds of thousands. And then like the amount we're talking that each member of the Tui family besides Michael, we're talking they made.
And the film made like $300 million in royalties.
They made tens of millions of dollars. Like,
I don't think that's true. Well, do you have something that states because they deny they made tens of millions of dollars?
Well,
off the movie.
The only reason
they said their contract wasn't really like that. They was getting residuals, but it wasn't to the effect of tens of millions of dollars.
I would agree with you, except there are legal documents that say that each of them made like over $10 million, except for Michael.
Okay, they deny that, but that all come out. But the lawyer made a statement, and he denies that they made that much money.
So the family lawyer came out and said they made $350 million. I mean,
350,000 each.
She had 50,000
Yeah,
each.
right.
But
as a flat fee, so not the flat fee, just for the rights to the movie, they gave them all $350K a piece as a flat fee,
right?
And then it's
and then the residuals hit, yeah. And
remember, The Blind Side is one of those movies that you just go on TNT tomorrow and they're playing the movie. You know,
sure.
Where they're constantly making money off of it. So the problem was, I've seen a lot of people say Michael was 18. He should have known what a conservatorship is. That's okay.
No.
He should have, or he should
they
have.
They said a lot of people been saying like he should have known what it was. When I'm like, bro, when you're 18,
what?
Yeah,
I just really see
I also
until the Britney Spears situation. Until then, I didn't know what that was.
I was just like, I didn't know.
So if you're not involved in that, how would you just know? That's people trying to find excuses for the.
Also, I don't get the argument because he got to adopt. Like they told him that they adopted him.
Yeah,
and I don't know what else. Like, I don't know what to do about all that.
So that's the thing right there, though. I don't feel like he should have known what a conservatorship is because I was just like Shiloh. It wasn't until the Free Britney movement till I learned what that was. But as far as somebody telling me they adopted me,
like especially if you love that family, he took them on their word.
I don't see how you can pull that cloth over.
Wait.
How can you convince me that you adopted me?
Well, I mean,
they didn't. I don't think they tried to convince him that they adopt. They portrayed that to the world, but according to the book, Michael knew that it was a conservatorship because he was 18.
It's the way they worded it to him.
Adopting someone who's 18 is a lot more difficult. Because whatever
they said that's not true as well. They said in Tennessee, it's not very hard to adopt a child or an adult that's 18. It still can be done, and it's not as difficult. They say it's probably easier than adopting a child. All the red tape you have to go through, because as an adult, you can kind of make your own decisions and sign and say, I want to be adopted by this family. So that makes it even easier than the child who you have to go through the court and the court decides who gets to be adopted and all those things. As an adult, you can sign the paperwork and say, blah, blah, blah. I want this and I want that. So I watched a video, did a little homework, since this was one of the topics, that said that Tennessee is not very difficult at all to be adopted as an 18-year-old.
So with that being so it being easy, do you think that they like this was planned out all along? That the plan was to get him under conservatorship, knowing his backstory, and the plan was to get the movie?
That's what makes it hard to believe for me, because the family had money.
Yeah,
he was a great.
They had a lot of money. Like the value of the company from the father of the family is like $200 million. Dollars, and he was like saying that like the exact week, like that last week, he had sold like some part of his company, or had made he just made like $70,000 in a week. So like they have a lot of money. So it has to be something like they started like seeing maybe the future, like maybe this guy's going to make a lot of money and we can make money out of it, or maybe even the agent already started like talking behind the back, like, hey, we have this project, we could do this and that, and then everything started like developing in this very
well, once money got involved, basically the relationship started getting murky.
People go crazy. Like
the one thing the movie really did get right was that when they first met around 2004, and Michael Oher was actually homeless. He was bouncing in between houses, and then one day the two was like, you know what, we're just gonna take you in for real. And then, mind you, he was a great athlete in high school. Like the movie does not give him enough justice for. He was a great athlete in high school
already before the adoption and all that stuff. He was already.
He was even messing with him. He was great enough.
He was already
D1. So it's
all American.
That lady at the end of the movie who's like investigating for the NCAA, she was right, because that is a thing where white families would take these disadvantaged black youth and be like, hey, we want to steer you somewhere. And they said what the Tui says, that we put him in that conservatorship because the NCAA was concerned that they were steering him toward Ole Miss, which was their alma mater.
So why wasn't this a known thing then? If like why is this now coming out that he's under a conservatorship?
I think it's because of the fact that obviously Michael Oher is suing them. He's suing them for the money that he believes that he deserved from the Blind Side and how much money they made. Also, the fact that the Tuies themselves, the dad and the mom, they've gone on speaking tours, like getting paid whatever money they're getting paid just to talk about this. Like, yeah, we really took Michael into our home. They really leaned into what the blind side presented. And it also harmed Michael Oher when he was getting drafted because teams legitimately thought he was dumb from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The teams that didn't do his homework. And also, I don't know, maybe in the beginning people didn't realize it, but Michael, since the movie came out, has been not a fan of the movie. He's like, I don't like how that movie made me look. I wasn't dumb, things like that. Like he's been an ardent critic of the movie.
So
from
in the movie, he wasn't even playing football, right? Like in the movie.
No, they taught him how to play football.
Yeah,
right.
When he was playing football already.
They got him into
That's
football.
hilarious to me.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, if that's the case, like that's egregious. Like,
even the part where Sandra Bullock goes into the hood to scare the gang member. And I'm like,
that never happened.
Like, what are we doing here?
But hold on. Like Jalen said, it is a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's not.
They got to sensationalize it, bro. I understand.
I understand
bro,
that
I
part.
get the movie shit, but bro, at a certain point, you can't go too far just because it's a movie. That's not gonna move me, bro.
That changed. What they did was change the whole story.
And it was
So you can't. So if they did it like that, if they did it the way they did the movie compared to reality, you can't even say this is based on his life. You know what I'm saying? Like so putting all the stuff in the end, the pictures of him and all that, like even saying this about his life, you got to scrap all of that. You can't say that he wasn't playing football, and he was, he didn't know he could play football, and none of that. And then all of a sudden, you brought him into your family and told him to protect the quarterback's blind side. And now he's a Division I, all-time, maybe Hall of Famer from Ole Miss.
The white savior.
Do that. That's not even close.
That's a big thing. It's like the white savior thing. And I've seen
of course.
Especially a lot of like big media personalities that I listen to, like podcasts and stuff. They're like disappointed, but they're white. So of course they want to believe that this movie happened this way, but it didn't. It just doesn't give Michael Oher the credit that he deserves. But also at some point, I feel like somebody around Michael should have been like, "Hey, this is what's happening to you." Maybe he just didn't have the right person around him, especially while
he didn't have nobody, bro. He didn't. That part is true.
No, not at that age. I'm not saying right then, but especially as he made $30 million in his career, in his NFL career, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people say, why is this coming out now? Maybe he needs money. It don't matter. It's still based on his life. Like he deserves that. That whole thing does not happen without Michael. So I'm sitting there like, hopefully at some point, maybe it was when he was in his third year or fourth year in the NFL, someone should have been like, hey, have you actually like looked at this conservatorship that they got you under? Because they're wondering if maybe they even got some of his NFL money too.
That's supposed to be the job of the manager, agent. Right?
Agent. Manager, agent.
Yeah, manager, agent. I mean, of course, the family is the first one that should be like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what's written here. This is what you're signing. And this is what's going to happen with your money and the money that we're making of this movie. That is our family, right? Because it's our, like, everything family is so perfect, but family isn't perfect. First off, and then I think it's the agent's job to look after his athlete, and this is something that has happened to other athletes on basketball, soccer. Like they go into college and stuff like that. Even foreigners that go from Europe to the States to have more opportunities, and then they get up caught in all these situations that are so wild. Of course, maybe it's not at the same level because we're talking about a Hollywood movie, like Sandra Bullock got an Oscar out of it, so it's
also not too much on Sandra. She was just acting. It was her job. People are asking her to take her Oscar back. People are coming after her for her Oscar.
Yeah, you should keep your Oscar back. Like like.
That's a little ridiculous. Nah, she gonna keep it.
That's what I mean, though. Like you guys
giving up the Oscar, right?
You guys thinking that the family has money and the family like don't need the money. You don't think that the family knew that they were getting way more than he was? So I feel like it was kind of scummy on their part. Like they know how much more money they was making compared to him. So I feel like they knew what they were doing, man.
They're still kind of denying, like from what I've seen, they're still denying that they didn't make. Hold on, this whole like tens of millions of dollars thing. I guarantee you they didn't make $10 million off this movie. The way Hollywood accounting works, you know what I mean? The way Hollywood trying to get the residuals. You see a reason why these. So you see the reason why these writers and actors are on strike right now is because of these residual checks that people think they're making millions of dollars off of. They might be getting like $10,000 a year.
Yeah, speaking of the guy who
regardless of the dollars, though, he was exploited, right?
So they said they're claiming that the Toons got some of the residuals and they were giving it to their kids. Michael Oher was offered some and he said no because he didn't like the movie. He didn't want any residuals. That's what they said. And they're saying
if he didn't want the money, then
that's what I'm saying. So that's true.
If he didn't want the money, then I'm like,
lawyer's also saying that they put it in a trust for his kids. That they put the residuals that would have went to him for a trust for his kids.
So that's what they're saying.
Didn't want it. That's what they're saying right now too, right? They're gonna come out with this one saying.
I don't
this
like
Right.
this. He said, she said, shit, man.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
he
You gotta
said,
wait
she
for
said,
the
y'all
facts.
coming
You gotta
down on the
wait- you gotta
Toons,
wait for
but
the
it's
facts to
another
come out.
side of the
Exactly.
story.
You gotta
Right.
wait for
I'm
the
not
facts to
saying
come out.
yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
not
wait for the
saying
facts to come
Michael.
out. That's
I'm
all
not
it
saying
is.
Michael is innocent in this. I'm not
Well,
because
what I
That's
want to
just
know,
the
what I
fact.
want to know too is like when the movie was being made, who was, and we've already acknowledged that the movie, factually was bullshit. We've acknowledged that.
well they made
So,
it off the
but
book
with, so with that
the writer
being
wrote.
said though, who was taking part, like helping the movie be made? Like if the family was,
Right.
doing
the
something,
Toonies.
helping,
It was the Toonies.
some form of producer, because there's different forms of producer. Doesn't mean you put the money up, but obviously y'all know it's different forms of producers in show business. So if they're getting like a producer cred for putting something together, helping, then yeah, they deserve some more money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how business works. If I got some sweat equity in this shit, yeah, I deserve more money than you. Even if it's about you, it's about us too. We're in the movie too, so this is about all of us. So if you don't want to take part in it, you just want to be the name on it. Our name on it too. So you know what I'm saying? Give me some more money.
Well, we can say this though about the family was that they did say he's our son. They went on that adoption
They pushed
storyline.
that adoption
They pushed
thing
that
heavy.
for
That's what I'm
years.
saying.
For
Heavy.
like
but
to give an example.
But
And
the adoption situation is not that important, right? Like, I mean, of course it is.
but
Like,
they
if they
made
were
money off
lying,
that
but that's
storyline.
Yeah, I think it's the point.
They walked around doing
but
speaking engagements, all this stuff, saying that
there.
this is our son, like we adopted him, blah blah blah. And they didn't do that.
They are culpable. I agree. They are culpable for that. Like, why would y'all push this narrative that you adopted? And to the family, maybe they felt it was an adoption, but it's just not fact. You know what I'm saying? He was under conservatives, and he could have been adopted if that's what you wanted. But you guys pushed for a conservatorship instead of an adoption. For what reasons?
But,
They
yeah.
have to say. I don't know. They said it
Maybe
was
knowing
for
that
healthcare reasons, for different type of reasons. So
And remember-
I don't know. They said
remember,
the
here's the legal definition of a conservatorship. It's a legal agreement that somebody has like basically NIL, name, image, and likeness rights over somebody else. That's just a very short version of it.
That's
so
why
they could have even been like, hey, once remember the guy who wrote the Blind Side book was a personal friend of the family's son. He's a personal friend. They've known each other since they were kids. So,
right.
And then they could have been like, hey, Mike, we're just going to make this movie. There's legally nothing Mike could have done about how the movie was made. There's nothing he could have really done legally. Maybe Mike.
Good point in the chat. Was he in college when the movie was there? Was he in college when the movie was happening?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I
For
mean, he was
NCAA
in college,
rules, I don't think
but when the movie came out, he was already drafted.
He was already in the
NFL
NFL when the movie actually came
the
out.
movie was being made when he was in college.
Hold on, I have some chats here that I would like to show screen.
Random guy can't hear you.
Oh,
okay, now you're good.
Me?
Okay.
Oh, okay. So Damien Fresh says that they signed him so that he could make the movie without his permission. That's why they
like I said, it's a legally binding agreement. Yeah.
I don't think they made the movie without his permission.
Well, remember they had the legal rights to it.
They did, but they didn't do it without his permission. He was consenting in it.
He was probably consenting, but then he didn't know.
He was in the NFL when it came out though, because they're like in the end of the movie, they showed him getting drafted and stuff.
By the time, I believe when the movie started production, he was in college still. And then already know the NCAA be weird. Like they'll suspend a kid for a game for sleeping on some dude's couch at that point.
At that time, they weren't allowed to make any money off their likeness.
He wasn't allowed to make any money off that movie.
He couldn't be a part of the movie. He couldn't get no producer credits, none of that, right? So it makes sense.
Right.
Tui's might have got some of those credits. I just think it'll be interesting when all the facts come out and we hear their side of the story. Because right now,
you gotta wait for it.
Yeah. Because right now it is. Right now the kind of the general assumption is that like you see this white family takes advantage of a black boy.
Jalen, you don't lose amateur rights for doing business, like for having a production rights to a movie.
NCAA would have done something to him.
There's nothing in the NCAA amateur eligibility rights, especially at that time, that says that has anything to do with. Now you can't play for money, like you can't play for money or nothing like that. But you can, like business wise, people have, it's very rare, obviously, but sometimes there are kids that have side stuff going on.
Yeah, but
it's not selling jerseys. You can't sell your
since the rules is crazy, because they stripped the kid for winning. Real quick,
we have to sit through those seminars. When you go to those big tournaments and shit, we got to sit through that before the tournament starts. We got to sit through those seminars. You know what I'm saying? I done sat through at least 10 of those.
Right.
Like I'm now, and mind you, I'm this is to the best of my knowledge. I've never heard anything about doing business with like having production rights and stuff like that. But you can't do stuff like sell jerseys with the Ole Miss. You can't make money like that. You can't play in tournaments for money. You can't do anything like that. But as far as having the production, you're not going to lose.
They made a kid get back his winnings from an Ellen show contest, bro. They made the kid.
Did they make destroying shoes between his channel?
They made someone quick.
Yeah, they made a dude get back his
content. Yeah, it was destroying because he was a kicker at UCF, and they were like, if you start making money off your YouTube channel,
right.
And then he quit. He quit playing football.
This nasty
time.
It was the reason he couldn't do it is because he couldn't do it on campus. He was doing stuff on campus. I believe the story you're talking about was like he was doing stuff and it had to do with sports or had to do with stuff on campus. I think it was something like that. But you can do, or it was the other way around. It was off campus or on campus. You know what I'm saying? You can do certain things, but I mean, if that's in the rules, I've never heard anything like that. But I'm pretty sure that you're not going to lose your amateur rights and eligibility for having production rights in a movie.
They also
depending on what the movie is about, I would say too.
I was reading some news, and it's also that the athlete, he's Michael is his name. Yeah, Michael Oher. You say it like that?
Yeah, Michael Oher.
Oher. He's releasing like his book, and it's like they are saying that
it is very coincidental that he is releasing his book at the same time all this is happening.
I would not be shocked if he's broke. I wouldn't be shocked if he's broke right now. He spent all his NFL money. I would not be.
Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't.
Most of them do. You ever seen that broke documentary, the 30 for 30? It's crazy how many of them just.
A lot of people are speculating that he's broke.
Hey, Jalen. Now I don't know if he is broke, but that's why they put the conservatorship on his ass because they knew he was going to fuck that money up.
Right? Smart. I tell you, that $30 million. See, that $30 million made his NFL career half right away. It goes to taxes. Then you got your agent fees. You know, all the training guys you're paying, whatever you're doing. That's $15 million after agent fees. Like that 15, that 12. Let's say that 12, 11 to 12 million he would have been left with. That could fly pretty quick if you're living a lifestyle over.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and he's trying to maintain the lifestyle.
Yeah, right. So that could finish.
I'm not gonna lie though. My thing with this whole thing is like, regardless of what the splits were, my only thing is, did you lie to him and say you adopted him, and was he exploited? And it seems that those things could potentially be true.
The answer
That's
is
really all I care about.
Like
I don't care what the amount is. If you exploited him to make more money than he did, and you told him we're gonna adopt you when you really signed him to a conservatorship, there's a problem there.
Right. He did. I think what it was like they told him, like they said, because he was 18, he couldn't adopt him, which wasn't true, and he didn't know what a conservatorship really was. He knew it was a conservatorship, not an adoption, but he thought that was his way to be a part of the family, which he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
So like a different way to be
exactly. He didn't know all about the monies and the name and likeness stuff and how to own. And to their I guess credit or not, however you want to, just the fact that they say. Might not a fact, but what they say is he picked his own agent. We didn't do anything with his football career. The only thing was the movie that we, took the forefront on. We never, interfered with any of his dealings when it came to the NFL and what he did with his money, how he spent his money, whatever, all that stuff is on him. Even though he was under conservatives, which that's another thing. Why would you keep a grown man making NFL dollars under conservatives for so long? You can go to court and have that stuff, taken off.
They're going to get rid of it right away.
If he had a good enough agent, he should still be making money off his story today. A good enough agent would take care of it. His story, when you look at it, what actually happened to him is amazing. It's amazing.
No, it is. It is. Yeah.
He should still be making mad money off of that.
Yeah. I think he was in foster home since he was like 3 years old, bro. And bouncing out, ran away when he was 10, was living on the street. You know what I'm saying? Was all this stuff going on. Wow. And he said, and that's what the thing is. He was like, this movie gives them credit for like turning my life around. I did this on my own. I mean, with their help, don't get me wrong, but I was the one going to practice and maintaining all this stuff when I didn't have, food to eat. And he talks about how he was stealing food and, still going to practice and maintaining the schedule and doing all these things by himself before the Toons got involved. So, he said that's why he felt so, slighted, because he didn't get that credit, for what he actually did and the sacrifices he made and the overcoming of stuff that he did. You know what I mean? So,
Claire, can you highlight this comment by Tank Jones right here when he's talking about it, like how Britney was done for years? they legitimately took advantage of her. And if that could happen to Britney Spears and she has all the money that she had and all the people around
This
her,
one?
yeah, if they could do that to Britney Spears and
Mm-hmm.
who legitimately was a child star and who probably
Mhm.
knew the insides outs of the game way earlier than a lot of people, they could do that to her for years. Ain't no way. Big Mike, it's not hard.
And that's why, even though we don't know the whole story, I'm gonna kind of lean on his side because, like you guys said, they painted the movie a certain way. I feel like us now knowing that it's a conservatorship, that was intentional. They wanted to keep the notion or the illusion that he was adopted. That was a part of their story. So I kind of see them. I see it as them taking advantage of him in a way. Like what you want to get the perception of, oh, we saved him, we did a movie, we did this for him, we did that for him. That was all part of their plan. That's why they also want to do a conservatorship. I feel like they had this all planned out from the jump, the movie, all that. They seen the story, they know that they can make money off of it.
And remember,
like, conservatorship was the start of it.
And remember, The Blind Side still getting played all the time to this day on TNT, on whatever USA, still getting played. So that movie can legitimately, if Michael gets a good enough lawyer or whatever, he could legitimately just live off the residuals for that movie because it's.
I just feel like the optics of the situation are pretty terrible. Like he's like an 18-year-old kid at that time, not quite understanding the ins and outs of things, but you're signing him not to a adoption, to a conservatorship, which even if you want to say he should have known exactly what that is, given his background and the shit he had to go through up to that point, there's no reason for me to have that expectation on him when he signs the contract, especially when he thinks the people that he's signing it with are outright explaining or redefining what it is to him. So obviously it sounds like another example of older people exploiting younger people. And that happens all the time, especially when money is involved.
Yeah, remember, he's not thinking about that. Man, when you're 18 and he's legitimately, people around him are talking like, hey, you could go to the NFL. You could go to the NFL. You like
I was
18, you're
in
trying to
foster since 3 years old. Like I don't really, this is a better situation. I trust these people. I'm gonna rock with it. It makes sense at that age, given his environment.
Yeah, and remember, when you're 18, you're trying to start your job or your career. You're trying to go to college. You're trying to know where the house party's at. You're trying to like maybe get some play. Other than that, you're not thinking about what you're not really thinking about what a conservatorship is. At the lower,
it's a legal term.
Yeah, at the lower end, they took advantage of him. They legitimately took advantage of him. And I the problem is, I don't think they will at least the only way they're going to admit is if when they're legally forced to say that they took advantage of him. Even if they were just doing it for his best interest, you took advantage of him. That's what you're doing. That's what you did.
What do you think that's gonna happen? Like, how do you think this is gonna end? Because I really want to move out of this topic because I hate it. Like, it's so disgusting that people do this to other, like even to in other sports and stuff like that. Like, I really don't like it. Like,
I mean, in a perfect world, Michael would get what he's owed, right?
But I'm not a lawyer, but I mean, technically, if he's under a conservatorship and he is under contract, can he really get anything? Like, if you want to get technical, like he's under the conservatorship, the numbers are what the numbers are. He just wasn't informed early on, so.
I mean, I don't know how it works in the States, but for example, in Europe, if you go to a judge and you show like you as the athlete that you were 18, that you didn't know what you were signing, and that they manipulated you, and also with all this emotional stuff and like emotional because you're in a foster home and you don't have a family, so they come to you with all this stuff. If you go to a judge and you say all of that, the judge will automatically cancel everything, and you are going to sue that family for such a big amount of money that they're gonna be broke for life. Like, I mean, like he could take all the money out of that family, but I don't know how the state work, and I don't know like what other background.
Well, I think in a perfect world, he'd get the money that he's owed. But I think the best thing just for him is that the conservative is going to end, which the Toons have said that's what they're going to do. They're going to end it. And then from now on, he's the only one who makes money off the Blind Side from then on because it is his story.
And
I think that's what he should try to
do.
Percentage,
though. They still should keep a little percentage of it, whatever they negotiated. I still think they have some rights.
Well, he should. Yeah, he should.
I'm about to say it's not just his story. That's
what I'm saying. My bad. I should have said it that way. That he's able to make money. At least what is hopefully a fair amount of percentage from that movie now.
Mm-hmm. So what question though? If they didn't like in the movie, like you guys said, they portrayed them like they taught him football, they got him into football. If that's not true, then what are they owed? they owe money because they?
I mean, we don't know the full
movie,
story.
though.
We don't know the full story. They're in the movie too, but we don't know the full story of how much.
But they're in the movie. I think since they're in the
only
movie,
So that's them being in the movie. You deserve money. I mean, technically, yeah, but that's to me so scummy.
No, I mean,
what you guys really do? You guys didn't even adopt the kid. You guys signed it on the conservatorship, knowing that
they still took him in. They still took him in, gave him clothes, food.
That's not a lie. They did.
You know what I mean? So like, they still did that.
He wanted to be part of the family. They treated him well. He wanted to be a part of the family.
Yeah, they gave him love when he needed it, whatever the case may be. But again,
I see all that. I see all them like them doing all that because they knew the end goal was to make a movie off of this amazing story. And that's why they said
I don't think that's true, Shiloh. They like they said they had money, bro. They were rich.
They have money.
You never know with sports. Hold on, he's one knee injury away, and they knew that. Taking him in, he could be one knee injury away from everything collapsing. Maybe they helped him get to college. Maybe they helped him.
Yeah,
I don't think you're trying that deep.
You said that's actually easier in Tennessee to take a kid in for adoption. So why do the conservatorship then? Why do that? Why not take it in for adoption?
I think once
they have their reasons. I don't know the reasons off the top of my head, but if you listen to their lawyer, the conservatorship was that so they had to do something so you know he can have the proper health care, so he can have all the stuff they were talking about. You know, it was a lot to it, man. It wasn't just that, you know, we just want to sign him to this conservatorship and steal his money at that point. I think he was benefiting from the conservatorship as well, or the adoption, whatever one they would have done. He was benefiting from it as well, as far as getting certain health care benefits and different things that they say that he needed at the time. So, but I don't know.
Signing the kid to a conservatorship, knowing that he's going to be probably in the NFL, that's weird.
Shiloh, it could also just be as simple like Jeff Bezos, the richest man on the planet. He's still not going to turn down a bag if it's presented to him.
That's true too. That's true too.
So us bringing up that they have money don't mean nothing to me. They want the richest man still wants money. Money is money. So
I just don't think that was the intention. I just think there's plenty of other business opportunities.
But I'm saying, but why not
adopting someone with potential? I don't. Yeah, see, we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait. Like, they're gonna have their reason.
Conservatorship means you know somebody's making money, like the Britney Spears thing. You get Britney Spears under conservatorship because you know she's gonna make money, so you want to manage it. You know
so their situation when they first started. Hold on, when
she went legitimately crazy, I understand why they put her on there. She had a real mental health.
Like she was about to blow her bag, bro. She needed some help.
So that's
don't know what their reason is.
Okay, so that point, so that at 18, why have him sign under conservatorship? If what Texas said is true, that it's actually easier in Tennessee to, because if the adoption thing, it being hard to adopt him is true, then I get it. But if it's actually not that, like it's not hard in Tennessee and it's actually easier, then why not do the adoption? Why do the
I'm with you. I just want to see their reasoning for it.
You got to see their reasoning, bro. Yeah, you have to. If the lawyer's statement is available, it speaks to some of this stuff. I just don't recall it off the top of my head, but it speaks to some of the stuff of why they did certain things. So, like I said, you have to,
relax, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah. You have to get into the story.
Mars out here, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole shout out Mars.
But we'll know on Tuesday when the TUI's official statement comes out.
Exactly. We'll get some more information.
Yeah, but let's
just wait and see. Yeah, wait and see. Let them get their facts out, before we all jump on it. But I hear you. If the conservatorship, whatever reasoning they had, they're going to give their reason. If we think it's appropriate, we're like, okay, it makes sense. But if not, then we can attack it for it. But okay, clearly
it looks fishy though. I agree with you, Shiloh. It looks suspect in the mug though.
Yeah. We go.
Well, I guess we'll see next week and let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try. We're changing on, like we're moving on from this.
Yeah, for sure. We spent enough time on that.
Yeah, we good.
There's something I want to share that I hope I know how to do it. Hold on.
Well, we went through it. We went through it. You got it.
Is it?
You got it.
Is it there? No, you cannot see it, right? So I have to do this. Hold on. I'm learning. Present, share screen. Is it this? And now do I have to like just share it?
Yeah, usually just click the tab you want to go to. Or the tab you want to share.
View tab. Doesn't show.
Hold on one second.
Help me.
So
you haven't brought it up yet.
So
Big Ox, I got you.
I have it here, and I can see it. And if I press share, it doesn't show.
You press share from on the StreamYard screen. What I'm saying is I don't see it here in the lobby. Usually, if you share your screen, it'll okay. Oh, there goes. Okay, Gabe. Here goes Gabe.
Do I have to accept him or something?
No, he got it.
Gee, yo, chat wants to know my background. Yo, chat. Parents are from Sri Lanka. We're born in good old Scarborough.
That is true. Hey, we've seen good versions of it where Adam Price said, remember, Alan AI signed a conservatorship and he's still making money today from Reebok.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
They're both good versions and bad versions. Usually it's made for like older people later in their lives when they're not mentally able with their money. So they're just doing it to protect them. I guess that was the original purpose. Yeah. But it could go crazy.
Oh, the Reebok deal. Yeah. At a certain age, it gets okay. I remember that now. Yeah, I don't know. Just fishy. We gotta wait for more details to come out. Basically, you just gotta wait for everything to be.
You got it, Claire.
No. I mean, yeah, I have it here, but he says that he doesn't see it, and I have it here.
Usually, you hit present on the.
Here, let me see. I got the private link in the back, so let me just see what's up.
Yeah, because I got it on mine too. I'm ready.
There
we go. Hold on, maybe we should lay it down a little bit.
What's going on?
A little backstory. So basically, on the panel, Mustard was on it on Thursday, where they was doing they ended up having a little old school versus new school rap battle where Mustard was just slandering Nas. Slandering the
should I play it?
He said us?
No, Nas, like Nas, the rapper. Okay. Slandering the hell out of him. And
I'm gonna play it.
Big Ox was about to fight him. Chill was definitely about to fight him.
That music,
no appreciation.
Ticket, what you bumping? Ticket, what do you be bumping then?
Oh man, I listen to SZA. I'm more of a Nas guy. I listen to guys like Nas, Jada Kiss, guys like that. You know what I'm saying?
Jada.
I'm one of them type dudes.
Don't Nas only got like 2-3 good albums?
Hey, why you
Nah, this spell was crazy.
You hate anything before 2005. You hate.
That's not true. I just defended Michael Jordan.
I don't know why you defended Michael Jordan.
The greatest hip hop album of all time.
You were kind of on the fence.
Illmatic, yes. Illmatic, keep going.
Illmatic, I'm still with Illmatic.
Keep going.
Hold on, Illmatic. It was written. I am Nostradamus. Still
you lost me.
Fire right there.
Bro,
that's fire right there.
You lost me.
At that point, he just started naming Nas albums.
Yeah.
So the Nas, we're gonna talk about the Nas. I guess the Nas disrespect to where he kind of ranks as MC all time. Yeah,
isn't that a known thing?
Where's Mustard to defend this nonsense? Where's Mustard when you need him?
Tyson, we don't need him to defend this nonsense. We don't want to hear that. That's one of the cases. If he bring that to court, I'm throwing that out. You want to come right now? That's all that evidence.
Get that out of here.
Inadmissible evidence is he said.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's at the best, it's circumstantial evidence. I don't want to hear it.
I'm not gonna lie. I've heard people say that Nas kind of fell off after his first couple. After he started putting his face on the covers, that the albums weren't the same no more. That's the ongoing conversation.
That's usually them young cats only want to hear that shoot 'em up, bang shit. We don't.
That's the real conversation.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm not gonna cap. I'm a huge Nas fan, right? And I will say, I am, and Nostradamus is not his greatest works. I will agree with you on that. But when we get in the when the Jay-Z beef came out, he came back punching, bro. He got on his shit. The albums were better. And I think from that point on, the albums have been dope. So I will say it was a little layoff with Nostradamus and I Am. But then back to that. After that, to me, it was back to where.
The thing with Nas, I think rappers too, like he would take over Nas, and I was like,
the thing with Nas though, like his commercial appeal and sales kind of fell off after I'd say like his third or fourth album. So I think people have this idea that he fell off, but I just think like his sound as a rapper maybe got dated and they were listening to, but his quality as a lyricist never. I don't really think.
Oh no, that's facts. Yeah, we're talking about production and album,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Your production and all that stuff.
Yeah, we're talking about like 50 Cent versus Nas. They must have brought up after. I'm like, I listen to more 50 Cent. I think he has like more melodic songs. That's to me, but I will never say 50 Cent's a better rapper than Nas.
That's right. He did say that. I thought that was wild. Oh my god!
Stop, Charlotte. Put your hand down.
Put
your hand down.
I think 50 Cent is 50 Cent.
50 Cent's better than Nas.
50 Cent is slept on, but he's not better than Nas.
He's not better than Nas.
50 Cent won't tell you he's a better rapper
50
than
Cent
Nas.
is
He won't
not
tell you
better
he's a
than
better
Nas
rapper
at
than
all,
Nas.
bro.
He got more bangers. He got more bangers.
It's a Dr. Dre merchant.
Jalen, y'all trying to discredit
Dr.
the man
Dre
that brought you one mic.
Yeah, Dr. Dre
Nas-
merchant. You
Nas-
talking
Nas
about
brought
beats and
one
hooks,
mic,
bro.
I hear
I'm talking
you.
about beats and hooks.
When I say better
hear you.
rapper, I don't only mean lyrics, okay? Like lyrics isn't the only part of
You
rap.
mean like cadence?
As an overall, I'm taking 50 Cent any day.
What else is it? Give me your other category, Shiloh. So you got lyricism and then you got what?
Lyricism, how you flow, the beat you rap on.
The beat you rap on, that's the
production.
That's the production. That don't have nothing to do with me.
But okay,
Hooks.
how you rap on
Yeah, but you choosing beats as a rapper matters though.
Yeah, because
Facts.
not only that,
That does matter.
Two rappers
Nas is
can
one of
have
the worst
same
beat pickers. We'll give him that.
But
He's
hold
also
on,
been
two
known as a
rappers-
bad beat picker after his first couple.
Two rappers
albums.
have the same beat, but one sounds way better on that beat than the other. To me, that's a skill. Like you know how to rap on this beat way better than this rapper knows how to rap on that beat. But
That's fair.
flow,
That's true.
lyricism, beat selection, and storytelling. But that all goes into being a rapper. And yeah, I give Nas a better, like he's a better storyteller. Not even storytelling. And 50 Cent's a great storyteller. So
Not better than Nas. Not better than
Not
Nas.
Nas, but it's close.
Okay.
The only thing to me that Nas smokes, that smokes him in is the lyricism, the beat selection, even like 50 Cent's more versatile. He has party tracks, he has emotional tracks, he has serious tracks. Give me 50 Cent any day. Any day.
I think what you really mean to say
Emotional
is
tracks.
like the delivery of what 50 Cent does
definitely.
hits you harder than Nas.
What
I think
emotional
that's what
tracks?
you mean.
It's shit like this that makes me know we
21 questions
we
that
are
go to the
lost
track 50
people.
Cent. 21 questions.
21
Lost
questions?
people.
You suck ass.
21
Get out of
questions.
here, my
That's a
nigga.
real. That's a
21
real-
Why you
questions.
bringing up 21 questions first though? Why you bringing that up?
Okay, hold on.
So that's
You
yours.
sucker ass, bro.
I don't know why you bringing that shit up
Cupcake
first though. Why would you bring that up first? There's many better songs than.
That's one of them. It's
Cupcake.
more, that's not one of them.
Okay.
Shiloh, who are your top 5 rappers? Give me your top 5 rappers.
Hook merchant and a beat merchant.
Let me
Stop
know
it.
your top 5 rappers. About your top 5.
Top five, they're alive.
Knowing he wasn't picking the beats and Dre do all
My
that.
favorite.
Drake do all that, bro. And the hooks probably. The hooks was probably made for him too. Stop this.
50 Cent.
Wait for 50 Cent?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he probably, you know, you get the
violating
beat.
with that
A
shit.
lot
I
of
ain't gonna
time the
lie.
beats come with a little hook, little melody. He might write
50 Cent was
what's
the king of
actually
hooks for a
said.
while. 50 Cent was a king
Yeah,
of
don't
hooks for a
let
while.
Shiloh, don't let Ticket come in here again, bro.
Yo, this what I'm
Slander
saying.
Nas, like, come on,
What I'm saying, Shiloh, it's like, yeah, 50 dope, and you can hear it before Get Rich or Die Trying. Even before Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 was dope.
Mixtape. Yeah,
But the thing about it is,
Oh yeah, the mixtapes was popping. I ain't gonna lie, the
you know,
mixtapes was
like
popping.
after that, you know, so just even though, so me, mixtapes was crazy, but even on the album level though, like after Get Rich or Die Trying, it was a quick decline.
No,
like, the massacre was cool. The massacre was cool. I like
The massacre was good too.
I like
Yeah, the massacre was good too.
He
So you can say the same thing about.
He was gasping for air. He was treading water right there.
I agree.
To this day, in the club, still gets 20-year-olds popping at the club. And they weren't even born when it came out.
Oh my God.
Nas gave us one mic, bro. He gave us one
I
mic.
got you, bro, man.
In the club, it aged well.
Bro, y'all dead talking two different things right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
What album does Nas have that's better than Get Rich or Die Trying? None.
Oh no, Illmatic is a better album.
No,
Illmatic? What are you talking about?
Illmatic is a better album. Yes, I like Get Rich or Trying more, but I'm not gonna say it's a better album.
No,
Storytelling.
it's a better album.
I'm telling you right now, Shiloh, you're saying what you're saying because you like the way 50 Cent delivers himself, like how he comes on the track. Like, for instance, right? Many men, like how he's saying that to you appeals to you more than Nas. I can understand that, but in terms of like depth and complexity with lyrics, Nas is better than 50 Cent.
I gave you that with lyrics. I said Nas better with lyrics, but other things goes to rap. How you give it, how you say a word is a part of being a good rapper. I give lyrics to Nas. I give Nas that, but I feel like everything else 50 Cent is either close or better than rap.
Look, if I'm in a car and I got a bunch of dudes in the car riding with the homies, I'm gonna put on some 50 Cent.
Hey,
right?
Claire,
That's cool.
Claire
We're gonna get in the thing. But if I'm in the car by myself and I want to hear some real rap, I'm putting on Nas, bro. If I want to hear real lyrics and real rap shit that make you think, just that's speaking to you as world events and what's going on in the world and all those type of things, I'm putting on.
50 Cent got that too, though. That's
no, I disagree.
50 Cent
I disagree. But y'all can have it. I'm listening to Nas, me personally.
Come on, 50 Cent got that too. 50 Cent is more versatile. I like 50 Cent. He has the the songs for the ladies, the songs for the guys, the songs for the parties, the songs for the sit back and think.
I will agree with him on
more versatile. That's what I said.
He's a better entertainer. He's a better
entertainer.
That's cool. That's fine. I'm with that.
That's cool. You can have that.
I'm with that.
For me, that's why 50 Cent is better. The only thing Nas has over him is the lyricism.
All right,
I thought we were talking about rap. I thought we were talking about rap.
Shiloh, how many rappers right now you taking over Nas?
Right now?
Yeah.
A whole bunch. I enjoy listening to, because there's a difference between he's better than Nas or I enjoy, because like again, lyricism is not a lot better than Nas, of course not. But rappers that I enjoy listening to over Nas are plenty.
Of course.
So you don't value lyricism that much, is what you're saying?
I do, but it's definitely not number one on my.
It's not number one. You like beats and.
I'm more of a melody guy. I'm more of a melody guy.
I'm a flow guy. I like flow. How you flow on the beat. Again, two guys can have the same.
It don't matter what they're saying. Bibbidi dibbidi da. Bibbidi bibbidi bop. You like, come on, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Flow does matter though. We're not gonna act like flow don't matter. Flow definitely matters.
Flow matters. I got you, but I'm just saying, like, to me, the most important thing when I'm just listening to music, like I said, if I want to turn up or I want to throw on some DMX or I'm at the gym or something like that, it's different music for different times. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Nas for me, he speaks to me the most out of most of the rappers I listen to. Out of all the rappers I listen to, he speaks to me the most.
Jay-Z's a better version of Nas, because Jay-Z could give me the lyricism and the storytelling that's talking to me, but he delivers it in a way better way than Nas.
Yes,
he does.
No.
Yes, he does.
Jay-Z's nice. Yeah, it's more pop music. It's more for the people. It's Bud Light, bro. Sometimes I want some specialty beer, man. I don't need Bud Light every day, bro. For the masses, Jay-Z is for the masses.
Because I swear this though. So all right, who's a better lyricist, Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
But is it a blowout or is it close? When you say it's close,
I go disrespect Jay-Z like he ain't good either.
Jay-Z's good. Yeah, Jay-Z Jay-Z nice.
Yeah. Everything else he trumps Nas in. And flow, Jay-Z's he flows way better than Nas.
I like Jay-Z flow better. I like Jay-Z flow better. I'm with you.
Beat selection is way better than Nas.
That's facts.
You got that.
Storytelling is better.
Storytelling, Nas is better. Storytelling.
Jay-Z's close though. He's not cooking. He's not blowing out Jay-Z in.
That's fair.
He's not.
That's fine.
Everything that Nas beats Jay-Z in is close. Everything that Jay-Z beats Nas in is not even close. It's not close.
Man, I just think like I don't know if Jay-Z's ever been the biggest rapper in the world. I feel like Jay-Z stays relevant in pop culture based on.
What are you talking about? You just
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hold on.
I'm not gonna lie, Jalen. You have some of the worst takes I've ever heard. First, wait. No, pause. Everybody pause real quick. So the first thing you say to me, the first time I meet you, is DeMarcus Cousins' perimeter defense is close to Anthony Davis. That was stupid. Now you're saying Jay-Z was never the number one artist.
Don't forget Andre Karolinko. Don't forget the Andre Karolinko tape.
Wait. Jay-Z was never what?
He said Jay-Z was never number one.
Jay-Z was never the biggest rapper in the world.
The way that Gifted breaks down rappers as if he was talking hoops is crazy. Like, I'm hearing you and I'm like,
I don't even like Jay-Z like that, but you just chatty, bro.
Check it out. Okay, so what year? Let's break down the years from Jay-Z when he came out. Like,
when you say the number one, you mean like the biggest or the best? Because I can feel
the biggest. I said biggest. The biggest rapper in the world.
How are you defining biggest?
Okay, what is
album sales?
No, we're talking sales. We're talking Billboard Hot 100 hits.
I can get with this. I can get with this, John.
I could say he's not.
So you're talking about hits with Jay-Z. You're talking about hits with Jay-Z.
Yeah, I'm not saying undisputed. He was never the undisputed.
I can get with this.
I'll give you.
Yeah, he was never the undisputed. He was definitely
Wait,
up
I'm
there.
confused. Are you talking about hits with Jay-Z? I just want to ask you that. You're talking about hits with Jay-Z.
The biggest rapper in the world. We're talking about the most popular rapper in the world. He was never.
So I'm asking you again. Are you talking about hits with Jay-Z? I need a yes or no.
The equation, yes.
Popular about hits. So go to Google and type in Jay-Z hits and go down that list.
No, it's crazy.
Sounds kind of stupid. Not gonna lie.
That's not fair. You can't do that with this argument.
He said hits. He said hits. So go to Google and type in Jay-Z hits. That's all you got to do.
Listen. Hold on. Okay, we're going back. Jay-Z came out in 1996. Okay, with Reasonable Doubt. In 96, 97, 98. The biggest rappers in the world during that time. You know what was bigger? Tupac and Biggie had a run. I think even DMX had a run where he had the highest selling album for the year.
DMX, that was 98, 99, 2000.
Okay, 99, right down there. Okay, then after that, You know who was running the rap game? Eminem was running the rap game. Jay-Z was never bigger than Eminem at his prime. I'm not done yet. Hold up. I'm not done yet. Hold up. After Eminem, you know what? After Eminem, yeah, listen. After Eminem, 50 Cent had his right. Hold on. Shout out Ja Rule. He has some hits with us doing his thing there too, right? Okay,
right now. Let him cook, Shallow. Let him cook, Shallow.
So we have 50 Cent.
What is he cooking?
No, listen. Hold on. So 50 Cent had his run. Jay-Z was never bigger than 50 Cent. Jay-Z will tell you on interview. Once 50 Cent dropped Get Rich or Die Trying, it was his run for about 2-3 years. Then Lil Wayne showed up. He became the man for another. He had a 2-3 year period. Then Drake showed up.
It's funny as hell.
Lil Wayne was. I'm sorry.
After Wayne. Well, he
Lil
did
Wayne was
whatever,
undisputed.
3, 4, 5, whatever years. And then you got Drake showed up, who's been running shit for a decade. For a decade.
Hey, but don't forget.
Right, I'm not gonna lie, but we moving off of a lot of emotion, bro. All I know is what Jalen specifically said was hits. I'm asking you, Jalen, right now. Go Google Jalen hits. You brought up hits. I asked you, and you said hits. Did you not say that?
No, I said who was the biggest rapper in the world, and hits are a part of it, part of the equation. But I said he was never the biggest rapper in the world, and Jay-Z was never the number one biggest rapper in the world.
He was never the anybody said Jay-Z was never the
But you brought up hits as a reference point in this conversation. So again, I'm gonna ask you.
You brought up hits.
No, bro.
But look, even but look. So this is the thing though. You talking about in totality. So Jalen, when you go off the timeline, you break it down to maybe to 3 year segments. You are spitting because even in between those times, you didn't bring up Nelly. You didn't bring up Ludacris. You didn't bring up Kanye West.
Oh, this is a nasty conversation, bro.
You didn't bring up Nelly, Ludacris. You didn't bring up T.I. One more T.I. And then shit, I had him on the tip.
T.I. Lucas was never on no.
No, the game went down south for a while, bro. Don't act like it go down.
Okay, down south is that the whole Eminem. They would never be as big as Eminem or Jay-Z.
Shallow.
You know
Lil Jon, T.I.
Lil Jon was never as big as Jay-Z and Eminem. Let's stop it.
No.
Okay, Shallow.
I think T.I. was on that level.
I'm not talking about
Lil Wayne was on that level.
Lil Wayne was on that level.
Lil Wayne was on that level.
About that time period. I'm talking about that time period when there was all the South. You had T.I. You had like I named T.I. Ludacris. So that whole Atlanta was going crazy. So I'm just bringing up, and then you can't say Nelly wasn't doing it. Nelly
on his head. Hot in here was booming. Nelly is the 3 year artist of a decade. Nelly was playing the artist of a decade behind only Eminem.
How does Nelly not make? I mean,
Nelly was bigger than Jay-Z for a while.
Is Nelly a rapper? Oh my God. Is Nelly a rapper? You talking about rapper?
What you mean was he a rapper? So you didn't listen to Nelly.
Stop this, bro.
No,
Nelly's not a rapper. What is he?
Tyson,
he don't know. Yeah, he disqualified himself from something like that. You disqualify yourself from the conversation saying Nelly's not a rapper.
Facts. That means you wasn't listening.
Shout out Jay-Z, but he was never the biggest rapper in the world.
He was never undisputed. I'll agree with Jalen.
Hilarious.
Never undisputed.
What do you think about this?
That's the old hair right there. That sounds like the ABJ. That sounds like
Cool G rap. Okay.
Cool G rap.
Cool
How
G
is
rap
that
for
one?
sure.
Like that's crazy for me. I had to.
You know who Cool G rap is?
You don't like Nas, Claire? You don't like Nas either? He's boring.
I'm gonna answer your question with a question. You know about DJ Kool Herc?
Yeah. That's my timeline, bro. I'm okay. I was just asking. I didn't know, brother. Don't get mad at me, bro. I'm just asking.
Listen, I want to be clear. Like, I don't even like Jay-Z's music like that. To me, my favorite Jay-Z album, personally, for me, would be 444. Like, I like how emotional he got in terms of breaking down his perspectives. But in terms of like dominating the charts and being like the guy for hip hop, Jay-Z absolutely had stretches where he was that. Now, other people came up and came down, but Jay-Z was a consistent stream all the way through from the 90s to now.
Right.
And the reason why I focused on hits,
number one.
Yes, and the reason why I focused on hits is I'm pretty sure when Reasonable Doubt dropped, it went number one. And as far as his commercial success, both in the US and outside of it, he has many hits that dominated throughout the time. So when you're talking about he was never the biggest artist, I failed to like see that when quite literally he was the most popular rapper overseas as well as inside. throughout
So
the stretch,
Reasonable Doubt did
especially
not open
after
number
Biggie
one.
and Pac went down.
Reasonable Doubt opened number 23 on the Billboard chart. It actually
No, that was
Reasonable
his
Doubt
first
sold
popular
400.
album. Right. Not Reasonable Doubt. No, it didn't open up number.
No. But I'm talking about at the time when he drops there. I'm pretty sure it sold what, like 400K.
So in the 90s, a lot of albums, yeah, it was selling.
I think his point was that Jay-Z was never the number one. Like
he was like Tupac, Biggie during that time, where he was never going to be more popular than Tupac and Biggie.
I do agree with that. Jay-Z was always number 2, 3.
Nas was bigger too when they.
Jay-Z was never the undisputed number one. Like no, he's the best rapper. Like
Jay-Z was on. Jay-Z was on Pac and Big's level though. That's y'all are disingenuous, bro.
He was absolutely on their level.
Yeah, y'all acting like they was just running the game. Jay-Z, when Jay-Z dropped, man, it was a thing, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear, but Jay-Z dropped. It was always a thing. He always had songs that were charting on radio, whatever.
No songs, bro. The album was going diamond.
Sure, the album. Well, hold on. How many albums? Diamond's a bit good. Y'all just be throwing out Diamond now like that.
Not when they was alive, Tyson. When they was alive, right before.
No, I'm talking about Jay-Z's albums. You can check it. You can check the sales, bro. He got some Diamond albums.
Yeah, but later, but like when Reasonable Doubt dropped though, like Big Pac.
Not Reasonable Doubt. I'm talking after that. That was like when that was his first probably commercial successful album was Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like when they wasn't around no more. Yeah, but when they was
I'm talking about when they was around. Reasonable Doubt, they were still after Reasonable Doubt, they were still around.
Diamond album. Does he have one?
Yeah, I don't know about the Diamond album.
He don't have no Diamond album.
Eminem got one for him. Eminem, just the list I'm seeing right now. We got MC Hammer got the Diamond album with him.
Right.
All Eyes on Me by Tupac, Notorious Big, Life After Death. Lauryn Hill's Miseducation, Lauryn Hill, Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP, Country Grammar by Nelly.
That's crazy.
Eminem,
that wasn't crazy because Nelly was running the game.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that Nelly got a Diamond album. He doesn't have one Diamond album.
Big.
I think Never to Die Tribe became a Diamond album.
He trying to call Nelly a pop artist. All right, if Nelly's a pop artist, and so is 50 Cent.
Fact.
Matter of fact, 50 more pop than Nelly.
Hell, not doing that.
I can't stand Nelly. I don't fuck with Nelly, but at the same time, he's still a rapper, though. You can't do that.
Y'all better put
He
some
rapped.
respect.
He's a pop artist. He rapped.
What?
So yeah, with Jay-Z, he always had hits. A lot of his songs didn't have that crossover.
So is Drake? Drake's a pop artist for sure, then, right?
Nah, Drake's a rapper.
Drake's an artist.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
How can you accuse Nelly of being a pop
artist? The Drake argument is I don't know, but Drake came out as a rapper. So I think he's a rapper.
What did Nelly come out as?
What?
He came out as a pop artist making pop hits, man.
Do you know what are the Nelly songs? What are the songs?
What's the one with Kelly Clarkson?
What you got, Claire? Let Claire rock it out. Go ahead, Claire. Yeah, that's a pop song too. She picked the wrong one. I'm talking about when he first came out. That's a pop song for sure.
We understand but Drake really is at this point. Drake to a generation. There's certain artists who define entire generation, right? We got the Beatles, Elvis, Michael Jackson. In terms of impact on a generation of people, Drake is there. He's in that conversation.
Drake is the lead.
That's facts.
Yeah, he's in that conversation. He's in that conversation with the Beatles.
He's like Bill Russell, though. The air is so watered down, man. It's easy for him to win championships, and it's a whack ass music.
I'm not gonna lie.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell is crazy, bro. Bill Russell for Drake.
Right. The air is so watered down, bro.
Claire, don't
we got dope heads rapping nowadays. It's like just like Bill Russell. The 70s, just like 70s competition. The 80s it was on drugs and shit.
I think that's what's watered down today's hip hop song.
It's watered down because there's so many people have access to making music. Before you had to have a label, you had to get in a studio. Now you can make a song on your laptop in 20 minutes and drop it on in any platform and distribute it. Right? You know what I mean? You can do it by yourself.
Before then, actual artists made music. Nowadays, the local hood guy is making music now. He's not an artist. He's in it to make money.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really hate that argument because there's still good music going out right now. Y'all just don't listen to it.
I
don't. No, it is. I'm being a little hyperbolic. You know what I'm saying? It's still good music. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I'm just saying the game is so watered down, bro. It's so watered down. It is still good music though. Yeah. That's the fact.
It's more saturated.
Y'all don't gotta pacify these niggas, man. This shit is garbage.
I don't want to be that old head. I suggest takes away everything from the whole generation.
I don't have no problem being that old head, man. These little niggas are demonic. This shit is crazy.
And Jalen, I don't understand you talking about impact when it's like Jay-Z and Kanye, the way they impacted a lot of these rappers coming up, they wouldn't exist without them.
I just think you said that.
They got impact.
He talking about Drake ain't pop, and he can't. And he started his career as an actor.
Hold up, Jay, I think you only saying that about
his rap career. That's before.
Lil Wayne signed it because of his rapping, not because of his pop.
That's fact. Yeah.
What's Drake's first big album? What's Drake's first big album?
His big one was
So Far Gone was sick. That's never happened first.
No, what's his first big album?
So Far Gone
album is Thank You Later.
Yeah, no, that's the first big album.
No, his first big album was Take Care.
So Far Gone was a mixtape.
Take Care is his best album to date, but that's one of the singing albums too.
That's the mixtape though.
What's the one with Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, and what's that one?
That's So Far Gone.
Is that mixtape?
That's a mixtape.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was his first album because he was definitely singing on that later. Because he was definitely singing on that shit, right?
He was.
That's a pop artist, my boy.
That is his first.
He did both.
But you want to call Nelly a rapper though?
He has earlier.
He did both on that tape.
I know he rap. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? We talking about pop artists. That nigga singing to these hoes.
No, he definitely was singing.
Not wrong with that.
I'm not mad at it. It's good stuff. I'm just saying. How you gonna call Nelly? How you gonna call Nelly pop and not Drake?
Ja Rule had to take a lot of shots so Drake could run because he was getting clowned for that singing stuff in the early 2000s. Now Drake is so cool.
50 Cent took it from him after dissing him about it.
But 50 had that gangster image. You were like, all right, it's cool if he did it too.
Yeah.
I mean, the only rapper from when Jay-Z started that still is popping isn't Kanye. So how isn't Kanye?
Eminem is popping.
Is Jay-Z popping for music?
Eminem's going to get a lot of hate because he's white. People just don't want to admit that. He's starting to get a lot of hate because he's white. People just don't want to admit it.
Eminem is still outselling most of these people.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of hate because he's white. That's what's going on now. A lot of people.
Okay.
A lot of hate.
Okay.
A lot of hate.
No.
Stop this,
okay. So you know what? Let's have this conversation real quick, right?
Let's have this conversation.
I grew up, right? in Detroit, right? So like, I understand Eminem's like growth and all this stuff. I used to be a fan, all of this, but people give him a lot of credit lyrically because he can rap and do a lot of complex schemes. He can absolutely do that. He definitely has a lot of double entendres as well. But the thing that miss from Eminem a lot of the time is the depth of what the song really was in comparison to a Nas, to these other types of artists. Eminem said a lot of shit that he said for shock value. He came out publicly and said that multiple times. And then if you're talking about the main appeal for M was making rage music, call out music, like this type of thing where people could laugh at it, have fun with it. And now as we're going through the years, that style is dying out. When's the last time?
It's the same thing. You can't say he said what he said for shock value just because. So if you say that, so what's not shocking about saying I'm walking up on my ops and I'm shooting them in the head, shooting them in the face. I'm shooting from the car as I drive down your block. That's not shock
value. Is that
value?
equivalent to saying I'm gonna rape my mom?
Back in their car
I don't think it is.
Crib in the suburbs. That's crazy. Ain't nothing chilling.
Okay, but I don't know. Wait. I do not know how you're gonna compare gang activity to Eminem coming out and saying I'm gonna kill my ex-wife and bury her.
That's shock value. It's the
yes.
shock value.
I'm saying the degree to which Eminem went for shock value is higher than all the other artists. Is that not true?
No.
No.
Because look, once again, it's a cultural thing. So once again, you discredit him because he's from a I don't know. He's a white boy living a different life. He's talking about He talking about a lot of shit he was talking about was just talking about his hold on. A lot of shit he was talking about was just what he grew up, how he grew up. A lot of shit these rappers are talking about is just how they grew up. It's the same thing. You just don't know much. I guess maybe you don't. I don't know how you grew up, so I don't know.
Bro, I'm literally from Detroit. I grew up listening to Eminem, so don't try to tell me I don't understand Eminem. I do. What I'm telling you is yes. Hang on, Ox. I'm going to explain it to you real quick, right? So he rapped about. Ox. The reason why I can say what I'm saying is because of the content and subject matter that he dove into and embraced more than any other artist. That's why he was so popular, because the way that he talked about things, on top of the way he rapped super quickly, was very captivating for a lot of audiences. The way that he dove into shock value rap was bigger than any other artist. No other artist was doing it the way Eminem was, especially in the subject matter.
Is that NWA going on? That was shock.
Bro, it's not even, bro. Bro.
Shock value, right?
I'm asking you a specific question, Ox. If we go back to the Slim Shady LP, to the Marshall Mathers LP, are you saying other rappers dropped albums that had more shock value on it than those projects? Are we gonna like?
You never listen to
Ice-T, Pop Killer. There's a lot of shock value going around.
By the way, I'm not even dissing Eminem. I'm just saying that is what it was, right? I just feel like sometimes people look at that and they give it more value, but lyricism to me is deeper than just, okay, I rap 3 to 4 different ways about this thing. The subject matter that he was going into compared to other rappers was not there to me.
You said that about a lot of people, ABJ.
I just said that Eminem is still relevant today. I didn't talk about his lyricism and stuff. You can't argue that Eminem is still relevant today. Because I think
he's still relevant, but ain't nobody checking for ain't nobody in my community checking for Eminem albums, bro.
I'm just asking.
I don't hear about Eminem. Listen. Hello, because I think Jalen asked what rappers from back then is still relevant today. You said Jay-Z is one of them or whatever.
Because Jay-Z's relevant because he married to Beyonce and got some nice business deals, but musically people aren't really checking.
Okay. Look, Jalen. Here's how I know you a lie, bro. 444 was a really good album he dropped, and people did talk about that, and it did have success. You can't just marry that all the way to Beyonce, bro.
What's the name of these live albums?
Yeah, even that shit was good.
People
King's Disease 3, I think.
444 was 6 years ago.
They got acclaim for how good it was at Nas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so they're still relevant.
I'm saying Jay-Z's last album was 6 years ago. Jay-Z's last album was 6 years ago. 6 years ago was last.
What's your point about that?
What I'm saying right now.
He's talking about relevancy today, like right now.
Oh, okay.
Pop culture, past couple years, it's Jay-Z, his business venture that's been very successful. The investment becoming a billionaire, being married to Beyonce.
I would argue 50 Cent is still relevant, even though he doesn't drop music because of what he's done.
Exactly.
You say both though, but
okay.
So you say Eminem is not relevant today?
That's not what I'm saying.
50 Cent in terms of touring, he actually was able to sell more tickets touring worldwide than Jay-Z.
Yes, because of what he's produced before. The same could be said for Eminem probably. If he comes out right now and does shows, he's gonna get the historical thing, right?
So here's my question real quick. Do y'all give Eminem a white tax?
I don't tax him being white, no.
I don't like his music that much. Like his style.
Why should we?
You guys don't? You guys don't? Are you?
I don't tax him for being white. I just listen to what he says. That's all.
Well, as far as his success, like when you guys bringing up, the success of albums and these diamond sales and all these different things, I'm sorry, being white has a lot to do with that. You got people that don't listen to rap music that go buy Eminem CDs. Not CDs no more, but that love Eminem, that don't know.
I don't look at it that way. I just look at what he's doing.
Why do y'all think that? This is why I don't like that. I don't like that thought process.
Why do you don't like that thought process?
Hold on. Because you don't. Because, bro, if you like rap music, a lot of white folks listen to rap music. A lot of white folks buy rap albums.
A lot of them don't.
If you don't like rap, if you're against the whole culture, the whole rap culture, no matter what color somebody is, you're not going to listen to them. You're not going to listen to them.
That's not true. I disagree.
I know people.
I disagree completely. I know people that do not listen to rap music that love Eminem.
I do too. I do too.
That's
everything. Like I don't.
You can't say that for everything.
Listen. Okay, so you know who Darius Rucker is? He's a black country music star. You can say that for him too.
Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm very aware.
Yeah. Does he get a black tax then in country music?
Does he get a black tax?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Was predominantly white.
It's a predominantly white genre.
Of course he does. Y'all know him get a white tax. Y'all saying
I don't tax him because he's white, but
Darius Rucker.
I just never have.
I don't understand the comparison of Darius Rucker. Is he outselling his contemporaries because he's black?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't think Eminem was outselling people.
I mean, that would be the point, and you bring that up, right?
People because he was dumping. That's why Eminem was a cold MC.
All I'm saying is, if you're gonna give M, if you're gonna give
Come
M
on,
a white
Ox.
tax, if you're gonna give him a white tax, no matter if he's outselling people or not.
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm saying he's very good. But the numbers he was doing as opposed to other excellent rappers, it clears.
I don't listen.
I don't listen to Darius Rucker. I just know.
Hey, Luther's trying to say something. Let him talk.
Oh, okay. Just put my whole government.
Hey, all right.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, but please,
If you're gonna give M the white tax for being in a predominantly black music genre, then you better give Darius Rucker. I don't care if M is being called to go to wherever. You better give Darius Rucker the same black tax.
That makes no sense. That makes zero sense to me.
How does that not make any sense? How does that not?
Can I answer that?
Go ahead then.
Okay.
Gotta ask clear.
I think the idea of giving Eminem a white tax would be, yes, you might make this quality of music fine, but because you're white, that also enhances the audience that you're pulling in even more, right? If you're saying a black tax, explain what that would mean. Wouldn't that be implying because he's black making this type of music, he gets more pull than other artists in that genre?
Yeah, all I'm saying is if you're gonna do that for Eminem, you better do that to Darius Rucker. You better do that.
But what does that mean?
What is the benefit for Darius Rucker being a
exactly? That's what I'm saying.
Is he outselling the white country artists?
No,
that's my question because I don't know.
So all I'm saying, the way I'm taking it. So the way I'm taking is that okay, you are saying does M deserve a white tax because you believe that his
okay, but what is a white tax to you? Can we break that down first? What's a white tax to you?
Because him being white benefits his success in the rap game.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've never thought of it like that. That's why I'm asking Tyson.
Okay, what's the last Eminem song you guys heard?
Probably something off of Kamikaze.
Yeah, I watched this track on.
My point is, in our culture, Eminem is not talked about at all, right? So in our culture, people do not blame Eminem that much. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see him in post.
Exactly.
But Eminem is still outselling most of these people. Why
exactly?
Is that?
I also think.
If you don't understand that benefit, I don't know what to say, man.
Legitimately, if you're sitting there talking, I feel like a lot of people listen to Eminem, but they don't want to say that they listen to Eminem anymore.
Oh, bruh.
Are you serious? No, listen, both could be true.
The same way when Drake first came out, people was like, I like fuck Drake. I don't listen to Drake, but meanwhile he's out here selling mad albums in the beginning.
Okay, but the point that we're trying to get you to answer to is again, you're comparing a white tax to a black tax, right? Right. So my question to you specifically, and you have yet to answer this. You keep going out of the box. Answer this question for me. What is a black tax for him? Are you saying because he's black making country music, he's selling more? Is that what you're saying?
Okay. I'm gonna say yes because that's what I believe that Tyson is saying about.
So yes,
white tax. Yes, you tell me
hold
on. Let me finish, Tyson. All I'm saying is that okay, if I'm black and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, who the hell? And I just happen to see Darius Rucker and Hootie and the Blowfish playing on TV. I'm like, all right, let me see. I don't know who this dude is, but I'm black. Let me see what he got to say. And it's country music. I'm just gonna give Darius Rucker a chance because he's black in that genre. The same way you're saying that white people who don't listen to rap listen to Eminem because he's white in this genre. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, apply the exact same thing you just did to Eminem, but do it to Darius Rucker because he's
the reason why I can't do that is because Darius Rucker is not the most. Is not in the. Is he one of the top?
You're only saying that because you're saying M is in the GOAT conversation.
No, not conversation. I'm talking about sales.
Why you keep bringing up other points nobody said? Ain't nobody bring up the GOAT conversation.
Random. The reason they won't do that is because it doesn't benefit their argument. Because it's just like
what?
If you're gonna do the race tax on M for being white in a
get it off, Box. Get it off, Box.
I'm gonna need you to do the exact same race tax to Darius Rucker because
bro, you're still not making sense about what the black tax is. You're still not showing me how that's benefiting his music that he's making.
Let me tell you, Gifted. I'm explaining. So
okay,
if you're saying that white folks that don't listen to rap music when it's Eminem, then how come you can't say that black folks that don't listen to country music will listen to country music for Hootie and the Blowfish, whatever you know what I'm talking about?
Darius Rucker.
Darius Rucker. Why is that not the same thing?
Okay, so like I might be confused in this conversation, right? But I would imagine, right. I would imagine that for country music, the majority of the audience is what?
Yeah.
Are they not white?
White. They're white, Caucasian, whatever you want.
Okay. And I would imagine that the majority audience for rap music is what?
Predominantly African American.
No, that's not true.
It's also white. They're both
it's
white.
Also white. Exactly. That's the point. That's the point.
That's the point. That's the point. So
that's exactly what I was about to say.
If you're talking about a Darius Miller tax, right? Because he's a black man making country music, I'm saying, how is that equivalent to Eminem being white making rap music? Those are not the same.
Okay,
they're not the same.
Okay, exactly. I didn't know the demographics of each genre the way
we're talking about demographics right now, right? Are we not?
Get the cooker with us.
Okay, first of all, I didn't know I wasn't knee deep into the numbers about the demographics.
I don't think you have to be knee deep. You should just know who the artist is. I don't even know how much music you heard.
All I was saying is that if you're gonna apply that to M, I'm gonna need you to apply that to Darius.
There's a reason why.
Okay, but name some albums Darius Rucker has. I didn't even know who Darius Rucker was until this conversation.
Here's the thing. You can apply it to Darius Rucker, but is that a needle mover for him being considered this all-time country star?
No.
Okay, how many of us listen to country music? Maybe,
bro.
That's the point.
Wait. I have to hold you accountable, right? If you do not listen to Darius Rucker, but you're bringing him up as an example for black text, that makes no sense to me. That's a bad argument. That's a really bad argument. Guess what? I've actually listened to Eminem's music.
Y'all never heard?
No, I have not. I've never heard of him until now. Until this conversation. No.
Here's the thing, Luther. Real quick. Do you think it's harder for Darius Rucker to be successful in country music, or you think it's easier for Eminem to be successful in rap music if they're both equally talented in that field?
Eminem's easier.
I think
answer wisely.
Yeah, Eminem's easier.
Okay, that's all we're saying. That's the tactic.
Okay, no.
It doesn't negate my argument. All I'm saying is that
it literally does, because you're talking about a white tax versus a black tax. You're literally saying it's easier for Eminem to be successful in rap than it is for him to be successful in country music. So what's the point in you combating that?
Okay, instead of saying a white and a black tax, I should have just said a race tax. I'm not saying that is different. If you're gonna add the race tax,
add the word.
That's exactly what we're talking.
I don't know how else I can say.
Just say you lost that one, bro. Take that L, bro.
You lost that one. That's fine.
There's a reason why Eminem is still selling and no one talks about him. There's a reason for that. No one talks about. We don't talk about Eminem. He's not in the conversation. It's with us.
It's a loyal fan base. It's a loyal fan base that he has.
A very loyal fan base.
Yeah.
I want to know how come. I'm still curious to know how come black folks that don't listen to country won't listen to. It's why we still can't get that though. Like how come white folks that listen to rap will listen to rap when it's Eminem, but black folks
because black folks aren't the main consumer of country music.
That has nothing to do with what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with it.
I don't know.
But it has something to do with what we are saying.
Hold on, Shiloh. Let me ask my question to Tyson, bro. What I want to know, Tyson, is if you're telling me that white folks that don't listen to rap, I'm not talking about the ones that buy rap. I understand that a lot, and I said that earlier. I understand that white folks buy a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'm including all of them, bro. Right.
Okay, so how come when white folks that don't listen to rap music will listen to it when it's Eminem? How come we can make that assumption? How come we can't make the assumption that black folks that don't listen to country music will listen to country music because it's a brother singing the country music?
It's the degree, though. Obviously, we're talking about the scope.
No.
We're not talking about the scope.
No, then that's it. And you know, he said it's the degree. When we're talking about Eminem, we're talking about millions and millions and millions of Caucasian consumers of his music, right? Right. Now, in some of those, and I'm not going to say a lot, I don't know the exact percentages, obviously. Some of those don't even really like rap music like that. They may like a few little whatever, but they predominantly listen to Eminem. And I ask them, I'd be like, yo, who else you like? What other rap artists you like? Oh, I like Limp Bizkit. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Now, Limp Bizkit is crazy. Limp Bizkit is nuts. That's a wild call out.
It's like some guy, black guy, Darius Miller because he's black, but the majority.
I'm not gonna lie, Luther. I don't understand this argument when you can literally Google search Eminem talking about it and admitting his privilege in the rap game. Like, it's not a crazy thing what we're saying at all.
It's not even yet. It's not even really that controversial.
Hang on. What privilege does Darius Rucker have in country music? What privilege is there for him?
Yeah, there's not.
The 1,000 black people that listen to country music because of Darius Rucker. That's what he's talking about.
Who is that? Who's Darius Rucker? Who is that?
I think we needed somebody who's really.
Y'all pushing propaganda right now,
bro.
Bro,
why did you bring him up if you don't listen to country music? Is what I don't understand. Why did you bring up an example and you're not familiar with the person in the example? That's a terrible argument.
Hey man, somebody put on "Let Her Cry" by Hootie and the Blowfish. That's a jam right there, bro. Let her cry. That's that shit go.
The most relevant black artist in country music right now would be Kane Brown. Though people say you get but I don't think that tax applies. Oh wait, I think there's a bigger conversation to be had in terms of race and music. So I'll bring up this example. So Tank, the R&B singer, right? A few years ago, he released the album, released a song, his single. It was very similar to Sam Smith's "Stay With Me." So he wanted to promote that. That's what Sam Smith was booming, right? That song went #1, this and that. But when they were promoting Tank's song, you notice that it would go straight to in the radio station, urban radio. It would go to these stations where it was promoted as like this hip hop, R&B, urban station, Hot 100 list, that's categories. While Sam Smith was pushing everything. So the songs were very similar. The same style is very similar. So the fact is, what he was saying is that when a white artist does a certain type of song that's clearly influenced by this whole R&B.
Come on, bro. We know this.
Hold on. We know exactly. It's pushed different, right? So just like when Justin Timberlake, I think Justin Timberlake is one of the GOATs. It's crazy, but Justin Timberlake, when he first came out, the first thought when he dropped like "Cry Me a River" and all those hits was like, oh shit, this is a white boy singing it. It was different. We call it blue-eyed soul. Because the industry, the music industry understands that when you take like a white person and you give them a quote unquote black sound, they can push it more to the masses.
100%.
Whether that's right or wrong, it works in their algorithm. Yeah, it works in their algorithm, their shares.
Pink. Look at Pink.
It works
Pink
for them,
trash.
Right? So it's definitely
Pink trash. Doing R&B songs and killing the industry.
Yeah, but so race is a factor, but I don't necessarily blame these labels because it's strictly based on like consumerism. If they could take a black artist and sell just as much as a white artist, they'll go off talent, 100%, just about talent. But they gotta look at sales, right?
100%.
Music, they gotta look at sales, what matters. So they're gonna push it. So
talk your shit, Jalen.
Yeah, I think race 100% is a factor. But so race is 100% a factor. Is a factor in this. I just don't think the black tax and I don't think there's any situation where an African American artist is getting some sort of privilege. And I'll say this too, because I caught myself in the situation too, where like say there's a singing contest, right? You're watching American or one of these singing shows, and let's say you have a 12-year-old girl you have a 12-year-old white girl, 12-year-old, let's say South Asian girl, she's like a brown girl, or the 12-year-old black girl. Right off the rip, who do you think has the highest expectation just based on us? We're gonna say the black girl, because when I think of the top 5 singers of all time, I'm thinking of Whitney, Aretha Franklin. So in my head, there's a notion that like African American women, especially African American women, but just African Americans themselves are just better. They're better, right? So right off the rip, it's like the African American girl is going to have a little bit of tax because we have the highest expectation for her. Wrongfully so, because we've seen so many successful African American artists and we've seen them, kind of dominate creativity and all that. We expect more of it. So when we see a white person suddenly even come close to it, yeah, exactly. Like, oh shit, right? Or see an Asian person, yeah, right? It's like, what's up? Yeah, it's like you had a club or a party, right? And say I'm at a party, me and my friends are dancing. Well, like me, I'm pretty good dancer, or like some of my black friends, we're dancing. People expect us to be good at it. But when a white boy break it down, you're like, oh shit, yeah, you coming to, you know what I mean? So it's like it's definitely been a factor.
We just cooked for like 20 to 10 minutes. Right, I ain't gonna lie.
Cook this, y'all. This cooking, y'all better clip this cooking. But yeah, I think race is a factor. But yeah, that's my take on it with the race and music.
I mean, there's people here saying in the chat that Timbaland carried Justin Timberlake just because you brought that up.
I don't know about carrying.
But then 50 Cent and Dr. Dre carried Eminem.
It's not about carrying. They're good partners. Like Timbaland will say his best partner, like he loves making music with Justin Timberlake because they work together. But he also did great hits for Aaliyah. He did great hits for Missy Elliott. Like Timbaland was, but Justin Timberlake he's still talented. Don't get me wrong.
But Justin Timberlake is the best. I just want to be clear. Justin Timberlake made Timberlake the most money out of all those artists.
That's fact.
Yeah.
Timberlake made.
I just want to be clear real quick. Right. I don't think anyone up here is saying the only reason why Eminem is successful is because he's white.
No one is saying that. I want to clarify that. Very talented rapper, bro.
Right. What I'm specifically saying is the way Eminem rapped at the time frame where rap was considering how much of an outlier he was based on his background, how we look, and on top of the subject matter that he would rap about and the extremes to which he would go to, he was a very controversial person, which added to his fame even more when he continued to drop over and over and over. No other rapper really adopted that style. And to be honest, Eminem spawned a lot of other, rap in that same frame. Like Tyler, the Creator, and Odd Future were very, influenced and impacted by Eminem, right? I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but at the same time, you have to acknowledge that, because that is a part of how you sell. It's how are you marketable? How are you this like major personality? And when Eminem is literally going out here on albums talking about drugs, talking about celebrities, sex, like all of these popular things, when other rappers aren't really going at it that crazy, it makes him stand out more, which contributes to his name being out there and the sales being there. On top of having songs that are charting on the radio. When you add in all of those factors, that is what makes Eminem as successful as he is. But just because he's so successful does not mean, oh, he's the best rapper, or he's this, or he's that. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot that goes down into determining the quality of what a rapper is. It's more than just, oh, I sold all these records. It's the same shit with Drake. Drake is a good artist, but we're not just going to outright say, oh, he's the best because he sold all this much. He makes 100%. Better music than Michael Jackson because he sold more. Like, that makes no sense at all.
Eminem is definitely nice. Yo, quick question. Better verse on Renegade, Eminem or Jay-Z?
Better what?
Eminem.
Better verse. I think that's what you said. Better verse, right?
Yeah,
I think Eminem got that.
Eminem got that. Eminem killed that.
So, I think Eminem is nice. It's not only just because he's white. That's what
nobody said that. Nobody said that.
I still say this. So some people have made this argument. I thought it was interesting that Jay-Z's songs age better than Eminem's.
So this is a fact. Like Eminem started with rap battles, so he was like rapping about his experiences and like all that stuff that he was going through, and that made people also like embrace him like in such a way
100%.
Because like they were feeling like identified. And there's a lot of white people, like rebel kids, that were feeling like super like, yo, yeah, I want to leave my house and my mom is a bitch and stuff like that, as he was doing. So that's why he was so influential, I think, because he hits different to a lot of different people, black, white, and whatever. So
no doubt.
No, that's facts. That's facts as well. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Eminem was a dope rapper. I loved the first maybe like 2.5 albums. I thought they was dope. I remember Eminem coming on like the Wake Up Show out here and killing freestyles and going against these underground cats like Thurston Howell III and all these underground names. You know what I'm saying? And the battle rap culture like she spoke to. Eminem was dope. Like they would like give him a word and he just start freestyling with that crazy, rhyme patterns and talking about stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was dope. So Eminem made his lane and he took advantage of it. I'm not hating on his brother at all.
Yeah, I just think there's a good amount of artists I can name who I would say confidently are better than what Eminem is. And that's not a diss. That's me looking at how they rap, what they talk about, how they talk about it, and the quality of works that they have put out. And I don't mean to insult M here, but to be honest, after he got clean from the drugs, his music wasn't as good. I hate to say that way, but if you look at the
best music we get from Broken.
I mean, look, he got a peak. He definitely has a peak. In the early 2000s, 90s, 2000s.
But this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, them albums after that was falling off, bro. We can't act like they wasn't.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say though, because I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat. What's the dude? Toast the Goat. Like, bro, if you're saying that like. If you have to attack M because you say the only reason he's that successful is because he's white, you're missing the whole point, man. You're missing the whole point.
Yeah.
Like, how can you say, okay, if Eminem was white, green, or black, I still think he would have been. I still think he would have been great in the rap game. That's how.
Not to the same level. Again, we're talking about degree.
But if you're gonna say
we're talking about degree and scope.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if you don't think he's gonna be even a good rapper, like, because I've seen some wild shit in the chat I've just been watching. If you don't think he's if you're legitimately saying that he's not a good rapper, he's the only reason he's a good rapper is because he's white, don't talk to me, bro.
Eminem is who he is mostly because of his skill. Now, because I'm not putting his face over his skill. It's his skill.
It's his skill.
Skill first, for sure.
His skill was nice. Mad Max brought up a good point in the chat. He brought up a good point in the chat. If you look at artists like Tech 9, who is dope, is crazy,
dope.
and
He's
has
absolutely
that
dope.
same rhyme style, kind of like Eminem, but not near the love or the plug.
Bro, you can even say Royce the 5'9" from Detroit as well.
Even Royce is crazy.
They just threw Royce out too.
But I'm not gonna lie though, I feel like the difference between them is like what Gifted said. Eminem had that shock value. They don't have that.
That Tech 9 got the same stuff, bro. You listen to Tech 9 and he be saying some crazy shit. Go listen. Hey, do you know who Tech 9 is?
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying though, that's a crazy question.
Dare you question me?
I don't know what you would listen to, bro.
I know.
Okay, my bad, Toast. I must have.
I wouldn't debate something I don't know. But I'm saying like Eminem, his shock value was to me is way worse. Like
it was mission. That's
saying celebrities' names and stuff like that. That's gonna get more attention than what Tech 9 does. Tech 9 to me, shock value doesn't match Eminem stuff.
Okay, I would disagree when you listen to a lot of Tech 9 and what he's talking about. But yeah, he was talking about horror rap. He going off. He be talking some wild stuff, bro. Yeah. And but
Tyson, I don't think anyone is saying you're wrong about that. But again, like this conversation, we have to stop talking about good. No, it's the scope and degree of the comparison, right? Sure, he might have shock value. It's not like Eminem's level. Eminem's level of shock value was him literally making a song about a fan who killed himself trying to get closer to Eminem.
Yes,
right. I'm saying there's multiple examples of Eminem doing this, not only on record, but off record in the real world. That tied back into the music he was making. Like other artists weren't doing it to that level.
Eminem's marketing team was very smart and strategic with how they Eminem. That's what it is. Yeah. And people forget the music business. There's a difference between the music business and music. There's a lot of great people out there who make great music.
100%.
But the music business is literally fit. Marketing is just as important as the music, essentially. The music business, right? But yeah, it's good conversation.
Yeah, making songs and all those things, it's different. It's different. And plus, you got Dr. Dre on the beats too. On top of all this shock value, that all helps. Cannabis is a dope lyricist, but his beats sucked and all this others. You know what I'm saying? And his flow was different. So there's a lot of artists that are dope lyricists, but don't have that commercial crossover appeal. Period.
That's true.
Okay, I have a couple of super chats that I didn't read. So Jose Primo, the most versatile.
W plug.
Big.
Mad Max, the South. It's been running rap since the 2000s. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
They're saying they've been running the rap game.
Like Atlanta. Like down like Atlanta.
Okay.
Memphis.
Florida, yeah.
I agree.
Drake exists and he's from Toronto. That's all I got to say about that.
That's fact.
That's all I got to say about that.
I think they're just saying because the amount of great
sound,
it's so much artists from there. It's so much,
that's like
Atlanta, Florida,
bro. That Migos sound was a sound for a while where everyone was on that flow, that beat, whatever it was a sound.
Then went from New York to Cali to down south.
Yep.
Okay, Jose Primo, man. Okay, talking music without the best music talent, shaking my head. You should maybe apply for this music show that we want to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Start. That's on the YouTube community.
Oh, we are.
Okay, this hurts my heart. Like, how is Drake not a rapper?
You know why people mad? People mad because Drake's their girlfriend's favorite rapper. Let's be real. When your girlfriend's favorite rapper, Drake,
I'm not gonna lie, you glazing hard as hell right now.
No, that's real though. That's real. Y'all just
you glazing hard as shit right now.
Gifted. It's like LeBron. Gifted. It's like LeBron #1, Drake #2, right there.
It's not even racist. We so in love. We spend facts.
Hey, that Drake suit on the way. That Drake suit on the way.
Why does it gotta be a relationship?
That Drake suit on the way.
They think that's what I said about Nelly. That's why I said that. Drake's more of a rapper than Nelly is.
Guys, my top 5 rappers all time: 1, Jay-Z; 2, Wayne; 3, Tupac. Yeah, of course. Biggie. Okay, and Eminem.
I'm not mad at that.
List. Like,
I'm not mad at this list. My list is a dope list.
Yeah, the 5 good
How
names.
is Jay-Z #1? Like, I disagree.
People, no, I think it's fine having number one.
I think one person said this in the chat. Like, it's all subjective, obviously.
It's all subjective. Very subjective.
I don't like talking rap top 5 as much as basketball top 5. Because at least with basketball, there's numbers and stuff you can look at to compare.
Championships, numbers.
Right. Rap is so opinionated.
I was gonna say,
I don't really like arguing.
Yeah, don't you think also the numbers could be depending on how, obviously there's so many other things with the numbers, like how you market, who you get on your album, all that stuff.
All that stuff matters.
Because like we brought up Tech 9 earlier. Like Tech 9 is great. As a man who lived in Kansas City for 8 years, Tech 9 is amazing. I've been to a few of his concerts. The man does great work, but he just didn't do it the traditional way. So he's commercially.
Yeah, he's indie. That's another sort of part of it too.
Would you be mad if someone said that Tip 9 is top 5 rapper because of his skill level? Like, would you be mad at that?
No, but
so I'm saying, like,
when you're talking music top 5, like
that's my point. That's why to me top 5 is I don't really like debating people's top 5.
Yeah, this someone out here saying right now that Playboy Cardi's the best rapper of all time. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
And look, every artist doesn't have to sell out a stadium. You can sell out a venue with 1,000 people. That's amazing. You have 1,000 people coming out to your show, paying $50. That's amazing. Not everyone's going to sell out 60,000 person stadiums like Taylor Swift, Bad Bunny, and all those guys. It's cool having just even a small loyal fan.
Speaking of Taylor, is she the top artist in the world right now? Y'all think?
Yeah.
So based on like the touring data, I think her per show averages are definitely number one in the world.
Her tour gonna make $1 billion.
Yeah, but think with that though. Think with that though is with Taylor Swift. She also has like ticket prices, right? So she has like these 12-year-old little girls who get their mom's credit card and pay $2,000 for a ticket, right? So when you're talking about bigger stars in the world, is Drake more culturally relevant, pop culture wise? Sure, I think absolutely he's more relevant in pop culture and all that. But just based on tour sales,
tough.
Kanye
relevant?
Together first.
Yeah. How you define relevancy? It's a lot of factors. Just sales, tour sales matter, but also your effect on pop culture.
Come on, man. Them Twitties is out there heavy, bro.
I got a lot for Taylor Swift. I'm gonna say it's a conversation to have, but she's in the conversation for sure.
She's definitely in the conversation.
No way.
She just
what? We can't deny it.
You can't deny it, bro.
What did Taylor Swift do?
You can't deny it. Yeah, based off just sheer social media followings, ticket sales, all those type of things. That's how we measure influence these days. Is how many followers you got, how many sales. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put her in that conversation.
The Weeknd doing numbers too. Bad Bunny's tour doing numbers. Beyonce doing numbers.
I agree. I was watching like there. She was like there's this new from yesterday. I think that she was at this Jersey Shore whatever bar or club.
Everyone showed up at the restaurant.
It was incredible. Like I really, because I'm not a big fan of anybody. Like you can tell me Drake is like next table and I won't even look because I don't even care.
Weird, man. Drake's trying to eat. Like go ahead, bro.
Like just because I like your music, that doesn't mean that I'm going to like be. But like I know people
starstruck.
I don't really care. And there's like another the last super chat that Eminem is different from a lot of people as well because he comes
we read this.
We already read that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's one more that somebody just dropped it. Was it Jersey Love? That's the last one on the thing.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Oh.
Doesn't show. Oh, so take. Oh my God, who can read this for me, please? Who's Tech 9? Jay,
that's right, Royce.
Royce, J, Kendrick. There's some more people as well. I'm forgetting, but Eminem is my favorite. And Gifted, you are right when it comes to his music after a certain time. But let's be real, nobody's gonna try to battle Eminem. Sorry.
If you, I think when Machine Gun Kelly tried to do it, I'm like, what you doing this for, bro? What you doing this for? It's not like
getting a battle rap with Eminem.
Yeah, nobody's doing it.
Who's Machine Gun Kelly? Who is that?
You ever heard of Wild Boy by Waka Flocka? That's
another white rapper. Another white
rapper. Is he rich and famous?
He is rich and famous.
Is he talented? Is he good?
I would say he's good. I would not say he's good.
But he's rich and famous. To me and Gifted's point.
Yeah, he's rich and famous.
To me and Gifted's point.
Isn't he switching to rock, Jalen? And he's switching over. Isn't he switching genre?
Yeah, I think he's switching. He's doing like a rock.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you though. The reason why, and like people are not going to like what this thing here. The reason why you don't go after Eminem for the most part is no matter what you say, he's probably gonna win because most times when Eminem was in his prime, he had nothing to lose and would say anything. So 9 times out of 10, if you're going up against him, you're gonna lose because there's just certain levels you won't seep to that other artists will. And I think right now he still has one of the most loyal fan bases out there. So even if you said some true things, he's still gonna win. There's no value to even going up. Yeah.
What is Eminem's like really good diss record? Like which one?
Probably one where he
even kill shot was okay. Wait, so
the panel is silent. Which one is it? Tell me. When we talk about people dissing people, you talk about Ice Cube, no Vaseline. You talk about Nas, Ether.
Probably Cannabis.
What does
Probably
Eminem
Cannabis.
Wait, have you heard of Kill Shot Tyson?
It's probably the Cannabis one.
Kill Shot was okay. Kill Shot was okay. It wasn't great to me. Eminem though, it's more like I think he had like these battle, like he actually used to battle before, and there's stories of it.
No. We got that, but I'm talking about don't go at Eminem because he's gonna kill you. I'm saying who has he killed through record?
He killed Cannabis. He killed Cannabis.
He killed MGK.
Jersey Love on your super.
Hold on.
Don't bring up MGK. That shit is
MGK,
literally
really?
just not. That shit doesn't matter.
No
one cares about that. I'm be real with you.
They kill him.
Who went as Eminem? Who went at Eminem?
Bro, bringing up Eminem. No, bringing up Eminem versus MGK means nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
also,
doesn't matter.
I think people have to explore different types of genres and not hate on them. I understand if you can't get with a certain genre, but at least try it out. Hip hop is not the end of is not the end of the all.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah. Check it all out.
Music's universal language. So many different genres.
Oh, MGK got a song I like. I think. What's that one where you talking about the land from the land till I die or something like that?
Oh, how it going?
I don't know a lot of MGK. I only know Wild Boy.
I remember that song. That song was had a cold little beat. I was like, okay, but that's the only song I ever heard of his.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we ready to move on, or do we still want to talk about Taylor Swift?
We can move on.
Which is crazy for me.
All I'm saying is that I think Taylor's the number 1 artist in the world right now. But Bad Bunny right behind her.
That's fine. Yeah,
no, I'm gonna mute you. No way.
Em did get beat by Mariah. That's facts.
Yeah, we did talk about a lot of the private chat. So we.
Go ahead.
So next
topic. Why did it be Eminem? I'm sorry, that's crazy.
That's about it, right?
I'm sorry, that is kind of crazy. Why didn't win that beat? I'm not gonna lie.
Next topic, let Claire go.
We have these top 5 basketball shoes and top 5 date shoes, which I don't I'm not even gonna talk about that. I don't hoop, I don't go on dates, so that's all up for you.
You don't hoop, you don't go on dates. What y'all doing in life?
Yeah, I'm about to say, if you're talking date shoes, I think it also depends. What we doing? Is this a first date?
I'm about to say, what we doing?
We talk first date.
Run like if it's about
are we going bowling? Are we going to we're going to the
hold on. Let's have a copy. Okay, we'll do first date. You go to a little mini golf, then a little dinner after.
I'm about to say I was gonna ask what's
mini golf, then dinner.
First date etiquette. Right? I'm like, y'all trying to do something big for your first date, man. I don't know.
What's considered
straight to the crib, bro. I'm in house shoes.
That's after.
Straight to the crib, my boy.
Okay. Let's go around. Okay, so if you went, you go on a first date to mini golf, then dinner. What you wear? What you wear? What shoes you bringing out? Let's go, Charlotte. What shoes you bringing out?
I don't mini golf. I don't golf.
Let's just say mini golf. Let's say whatever. What are you bringing out?
Jalen, to go mini golf, you have special shoes, and to go bowling, you have special shoes. What are you talking about?
You're taking off the shoes and bowling. No, mini golf.
But you still gotta wear your shoes to the date.
Girls wear heels at mini golf. I've had girls come out.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, Will. I'm not mad at the art gallery first date. But
so Charlotte, what do you wear? What do you wear?
You dating somebody little, the girl little.
Pull it out. What are you wearing? Pull it out.
You know.
The art gallery first date.
That's what Will depends on where we going and stuff. It depends on the outfit I want to wear. Like if someone I can wear. I might wear. I don't wear dress shoes like that. So I'm not putting out no dress shoes.
No dress shoes.
I might wear like some. I got some dunks I like to wear. I might wear some Jordans. I might wear some.
Never wear Jordans on a first date, chat. No.
But why not though? That's why to me it's so hard because day shoe could be anything. Like I can make anything a day shoe. Like,
facts. Depends on the fit. Depends on where you're going. Is it wintertime? Is it summertime? Am I throwing on some boots? Am I throwing on some?
You gonna wear like the Jordan 1? You just gonna wear a Jordan 1 with like a? Let's see a fit. Let's see the fit. We got.
Don't put it on, man. You got on the Jordan 1s with the skinny jeans. You got on the fresh white tee.
Pull up the
and a little button up. You feel me?
Snapback or not?
Pull up the grab, show the fits, man.
No, look, if you're gonna use Jalen's situation, we're gonna go mini golfing and then dinner, and then whatever happens after that is depend on you. That's all you.
Okay.
But I'm trying to obviously if we're about to go mini golfing, I'm gonna need something comfortable. We about to be walking a lot. We trying to do this. It might be hot outside. Need something a little breathable. So I'm a big I got a lot of ones, but I'm a big Converse person. Converse has never let me wrong. I got the white Converse All Stars. Never let me wrong.
I think Converse and Vans are.
I've never said I like Vans. I could wear Vans almost every day.
I got bad ankles though, man. I roll my shit if I throw some Vans on though. So that's just me.
I ain't never owned a pair of Vans a day in my life. I ain't gonna cap.
I know. Yeah,
I'm not knocking them. I just said I never been into Vans like that.
You know what we do, man? First date.
Oh,
pull them out. First date. They might be a little dirty right now, but you know we're bringing out.
We're about to bring out dirty shoes on the.
We're bringing out the Chelsea boots, man. We're bringing out the
Chelsea boots is a must.
It's a must. That's what you want.
Hey, I got both of them, bro. I got the brown and the grays.
Yeah, exactly. I got about 9. I collect Chelsea boots. I got about 9.
Yeah, Chelsea boots go.
That's not my style.
Claire, pull up the Instagram. Let me show them the fit, man. Let me show them the date fits that they got to rock.
Hey, put that comment by Boy Wonder. Jalen, he said Jalen go rock them boots and bring his guitar.
Hey man, the guitar stay in the trunk sometimes.
Thanks, Boy Wonder.
The guitar definitely gets big rock.
Chelsea boots fire though. I ain't gonna cap.
It is fire.
Great shoes.
So you gonna wear those mini golfing, Jalen?
Facts.
You gonna wear those mini golfing?
Nah. I'm not wearing those. They're not comfortable enough for me. I'm old, man. I got bunions and shit, bro. I need something nice and comfortable.
LeBron blazer.
With the LeBron blazer on out there golfing.
All depends on the where we going too. Hold on.
So y'all rock the like casual joints, like the Steve Maddens, the Aldos, the you know what I'm saying, off brand type of. Y'all don't rock casual shoes at all.
Not really. I like can't go over dunks. Can't go over any dunks. You know what I mean? I got some Yeezys I wear still. I still wear Yeezys. I wear.
They always look dumb to me. That's why I never.
But Yeezy, it depends on which ones though. Which one? Because there's some ones that I don't like. Like it's different kinds. Like I have the what's one? I think it was
All right, Charlotte, why you say that? Why you say I still wear Yeezys? Are Yeezys like played? We're not supposed to wear them? They played out or something?
I guess not because Kanye's
wild.
Kanye's comments, but I don't care.
I like Kanye ain't doing nothing to nobody. Man.
I agree.
I rock some Yeezys. I mean, I got a pair of Yeezys. I don't really wear them though. They're in the back of the closet somewhere. But I don't really like. I didn't really collect Yeezys like that.
I don't got none. But I'm just wondering. I'm wondering what's the move. Like, am I allowed to go buy some, or they? You know what I'm saying? They played out and just don't wear them no more.
Yeah, people, we gotta show them some fits. You got.
No, Shiloh, no, you lost me on that once.
Fair don't approve. Cause she see you on a first date.
Y'all don't rock like New Balance.
Nah, I like New Balances, but I gotta buy.
New Balance is hard, bro. I fuck with New Balance.
I'm gonna rock New Balance, my guy.
I like Pumas. I like Pumas though. Pumas real comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, New Balances go.
I got some Jordan 1s.
And for who like to play basketball, which one would you say? Do you all hoop? No.
Casual, not like casual.
Facts, Boy Wonder. These cats don't know what they talking about, bro.
How are we rating shoes to hoop? Like if we don't hoop, like
I'm going to the Nike outlet store and get me some basketball.
I hope in KDs and Browns.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's true. That's true. My bad.
I hope.
Let me go pull out one basketball shirt.
What? I think I have some.
Shit.
I'm flat-footed, so I like the hooping forces, bro. I used to love the hooping forces.
Shit. I hope it right now. Just like I said, I hope in KDs, like the last ones that came out. Yeah. I hope in the bronze. I don't like hooping the Kyries though. They too slim, like they too skinny on my feet. I need like a white.
Hey, Ox, remember the Kobe system? Was it the Kobe 8s? The Kobe system?
What those crazy 8s?
Yeah, the crazy 8s. I wanted a pair, but like legitimately, I especially when I was playing football, I really had really bad ankles. My mom.
I like the hooping 13s though. I like the hooping 13s.
I don't like balling in Jordans. Jordans more of a lifestyle.
Not for most. What you talking about? For most of them, I don't. But like you can hoop in some 13s or 10s. I can hoop in some 13s.
Actually, I made a list of my favorite like ball shoes. Like
Hirachis. But my all-time favorite basketball shoes though. My all-time favorite basketball shoes.
My dad just said these.
It's for sure them pro models, them Adidas pro models. I used to
have pro models. Them is comfy. I ain't gonna cap. I like the what Jordan's one? It was like a newer one, just a hoop in. I liked it like the 20s. I think it was
20s.
Just for hooping, not for like wearing out, but just for hooping comfy. Them mugs was comfy, bro.
Now I used to wear the LeBron cool gray, LeBron 9 cool grays. Those
like
I love
casually.
those.
I've never seen anybody wear. I've never seen anybody.
I used to
wear
rock the
LeBron.
soldiers.
Okay, that's one thing we got to stop because people acting like back. At least when I was in high school a couple years ago, basketball shoes was worn casually. People were wearing LeBrons. People were wearing.
Maybe just me personally.
Some
I've
people
never.
do. I don't.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
That was
anybody.
definitely a thing. That was more of a recent thing. It died down, but people were definitely wearing. People act like that wasn't.
Bruh, in high school, you would literally pull up to school with basketball shorts on just in case you could go hoop. Randomly.
We wear them in our jeans out here.
Yeah, you wear jeans.
Yep.
People wear hyper dunks. People wear hyper dunks casually.
Yes, sir, Ox.
That was definitely a thing.
I think as the casual basketball shoes, I know Jordan 4s are popular. I don't wear them, but I know like based on my sneaker culture, Jordan 4s and Jordan 11s are very popular just to wear.
Yeah, Jordan to me is not a basketball shoes no more. It's just casual.
Which is why they're smart. They make their shoes so it looks good.
Shit, I'm about to go to the YMCA right now. Throwing some 13s.
Real quick. I got a question for y'all. I got a question for y'all. Something my baby cousin.
Hey, Tyson, these 21-year-old, 22-year-old niggas, they can get with me.
They see
me, they see I got this little gray patch, so they think I'm in my 40s or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, give them that work, bro.
Oh, fellas, I got a question for y'all. My baby cousin asked me the other day. He's like, do you think any athlete would approach even any type of level that the Jays are now? Where you can watch, because I know Nike splitting off Kobe and LeBron and trying to make something like they're doing with Jordan.
The genius with Jordans is what they're able to do is that there's people who've never watched Michael Jordan wear those shoes. That's the gist. When you're able to separate the brand from the person, that's when you have a brand that's taking the next level. Because at the end of the day, most of the other guys, Kevin Durant, KD, LeBron's, like the fans are buying them. But again, there's people who are born in 2005, 6, who are these sneakerhead guys who will go and collect Jordans and never seen a clip of Michael Jordan ever. They know who he is, obviously, because he's Michael Jordan. But never seen a clip. That's the amazing thing about the brand. They were able to separate the individual. And like the designer, I think Tinker Hatfield or one of the guys.
Tinker Hatfield.
Who worked with Jordan. I think he specifically had in mind shoes that you can wear, the silhouettes of it, where you can wear it again outside, going out with jeans.
And that's why
shirt, whatever it is.
That's why I feel like there would never be another Jordan, because the shoes that people like LeBron's and stuff, they still look like basketball shoes. They don't look like casual shoes.
Yep.
These do not look like a basketball playing shoe. I'm not playing basketball in these. These like Jordan. Tinker Mayfield made the perfect design. That's
Hatfield.
That's amazing. Tinker Hatfield, him as a designer is perfect. He made shoes that would look like casually look amazing. To me, LeBron's shoes still like it looks like basketball shoes. All the designs and it's chunky. To me, like is there a designer? We need a designer like Tinker to change the narrative for other basketball shoes.
Is this true? That do you really think there are people that
there are?
No, 100%. My 8-year-old daughter, I took her to the Nike outlet and we was looking for some shoes, and she was like, "Dad, I want them Jordans." I was like, "You don't even know who Jordan? You knock it off. You better go over there and get them $59.99 joints. Get up out of here."
Jordan price tag ain't no joke. Jordan price tag ain't no joke. That's real.
Man, she gonna run through them anyway. They about to be toe up in about 2 weeks. So you ain't getting no J's. You better chill out.
She might go out in the pick too.
If you had to pick one, like your favorite basketball shoes, though, like strictly playing basketball, what would you pick?
Adidas Pro models.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be going just to the Nike outlet store, catching what's on sale, and just buy. I mean, you don't even know what they are.
Those are hyperfuses, right?
I have no clue what they are. But if I'm hooping in them, I know I'm gonna dirty them up. Don't get that.
Yeah, I'm not going crazy on no hooping shoes, but I'm gonna try them on to get something comfy. You know what I'm saying? I can probably rock multitude of things. I'm not a hooper like that no more at this age, so I don't have a favorite right now.
I made a top five my favorite like hoop shoes. Not to say the plain, but to me just how they look. And to me, like I had at 5 the LeBron South Beaches, the 8. You guys remember those? It's like teal. It's like blue.
Can we pull up the pictures? Can we show the pictures?
Yeah, you show pictures of those.
Clear, just like Google the shoes that he says, you can pull it up.
Yeah, the LeBron. You can type in LeBron South Beaches or LeBron 8 South Beaches. Those to me are classics. If you guys know about that, you know. Those are definitely classics. And then I had
What's the colorway on those, Charlotte?
It's is it teal blue?
It's the teal in the yeah.
And it has like a pinkish outline on it.
Right. That's what I thought.
And then at number 4, I had the Kevin Durant Galaxy Force that he wore at the All-Star game. Those are classics to me. Those are so clean with the strap. You guys remember the Kevin Durant shoe, the little strap he had over the shoe? That was dope. If you can pull up pictures, it'll be better so you guys know what I'm talking about. And then at number 3, I had the LeBron 9 Cool Grays because they had their laces was 3M. Let's have it. Nothing showing up on the screen.
Yeah, 1 second. Because
hey, I had the LeBron 9 Cool Grays because like the shoelaces had like the 3M thing, so like the light reflected off the laces and stuff. Those were.
But it
I ain't gonna cap. I don't know LeBron numbers like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know LeBron numbers.
Those was the like popping shoes when I was coming up to school. So like everyone had those. Those were the shoes. And I remember.
I'm not able to do it like because before, like I made it before because Gabe helped me, but Gabe isn't here anymore, so I have no idea how to do it. That's
fine. And at number two, I had the Bread 11s. If there's any Jordan shoe I would ball in, or the Bread 11s. To me, those look so clean, and so those are like probably Jordan's top three silhouettes in my opinion. But then for number 1, to me, the best ball shoes, just look wise, are the Kobe Grinches. You can wear those with almost anything. Kobe Grinches to me go with anything. I love the Kobe Grinches. Those are gonna last.
I just think like the way I dress or my fashion sense doesn't align with wearing basketball shoes out like that. Like Jordan 1s too. Like I get it, I see outfits do it. It's just not for me. But I see people rocking it and it works.
I gotta be chilling to wear basketball shoes when I go out. But like I said, I'm 40 years old, so I'm usually a little more clean cut than y'all youngsters. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking a Chelsea boot. I'm rocking the button down. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm an old head next year, man. We about the big 3-0. I'm an old head next year. I'm gonna join the OG club next year. I'm gonna start capping for these old dudes next year.
Wearing basketball shoes casually is definitely not a thing no more. That's not a thing no more. That was my top 5 basketball shoes.
I got a homie, bro, that's like he rocks Jordans everywhere religiously. We can be going to the goddamn Ruth Chris or something. He got on some J's, bro. I'm like, I mean, and that's his thing. I'm not knocking it, you know what I'm saying? But that's not my get there.
An all white sneaker everyone has, but it's like a Stan Smith or just like an all white.
Oh, Air Force Ones. I still rock those to this day.
See, I've never been an Air Force One guy.
I can't do the Air Force Ones no more.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Those are classic.
They're classic. I get it. I just can't do it.
They're classic for sure, but I just.
I prefer like the Stan Smith all white.
The camel ones.
Random guy, your mic is like muffled. It's not. Yeah, it's not. I don't hear clearly.
Yeah, I prefer the all whites of a
Air Force One is the only shoe that I still buy like every 2 years.
Yeah, people do that.
You ever seen the camel ones? Like colorway? The camel.
So what?
The camel Air Force Ones?
Nah, only rock all white.
Let me show you. I got this for my birthday a few years back.
Nelly was Air Force One guy. Nelly really took Air Force.
Yeah, nah, he blew us up. The pop star Nelly, yeah, he definitely blew us up.
Pop star.
Get to stomping in my Air Force Ones.
But Air Force One's the only shoes that I still buy 2 years to refresh on them. If they get a little creased up, a little dirty and stuff. The Air Force is the classics, man. You can't go on Air Force.
I got you.
Let me see. I think I know the camera you're talking about too. But let me see.
Ooh. Yeah, but you ain't got no favorites, man. You over there quiet, bro.
Get to the time. I don't wear shoes. I wear flip flops.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wear I mainly wear either LeBron's, Crocs, or comfortable shoes for work. That's really all I wear. I don't really dive too much.
I love Crocs. I
love Crocs, man.
Crocs are the best.
Them shits is so comfortable, bro.
Crocs, get the hell out of here.
Them shits is so comfortable, bro. I'm sorry.
You're not wearing the Crocs out like that, though. When you're
I use them outside. Like,
I literally just got my Crocs like maybe 2 months ago. I didn't understand like the hype, bro. They're so convenient, man.
Those dope, man. Those dope. Nah, I can't stand Crocs.
Do you go out though, my boy? Like when is you out on the town in the Crocs?
It's just hoops. It's just hoops for gifted. Hoops until he dies.
Just hoops and podcasting, huh? No, you know,
coming from Mars.
You ain't taking young ladies to the movies and
gaming. Oh no.
I like moving. Go on dates.
Take you a little date out, man. Go on down, take her down to the local Chili's or something, man. The TGI Fridays, man. Go hit the happy hour. Put on some nice shoes, bro.
TGI Fridays though. Ain't no way you named your TGI Fridays, Tyson. You wrong for that.
You got to start somewhere, bro. I'm just trying to get him started. You know what I mean?
Fridays when I was younger,
bro. TGI Fridays is such a crazy random call. That's hilarious.
Magic Johnson brought in LA. That's the only one I know.
We'll be going to Chick-fil-A on first dates.
Chick-fil-A. Yo, a Chick-fil-A just opened by me. Oh my God, everyone and their mother's going there, bro. But I go there every Saturday. I gotta stop by.
Bro, hey, you don't know how much you've been in Chick-fil-A till you pull up on a Sunday and you're like,
yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Popeye's clear as Chick-fil-A by a mile. Popeye's clear as Chick-fil-A. It's not even
Popeye's got one.
They got more flavor, more seasoning in their chicken.
I can't eat. Popeye's in my stomach right now. I can't eat Popeyes.
This is a conversation for another day. We reached almost the end. I wanted to do a shout out because today we have PC Toons coming in. Our new show. So they go on at 4 p.m. PST. No, EST, sorry, EST. So big shout out to them because they've been working on that like for months.
Is their first episode like the most influential cartoons of all time? I'm a pop.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I wonder. Hold on, y'all got one real quick? Y'all can throw out before we step off.
SpongeBob. That's to me the most influential.
I think SpongeBob.
I would go.
Like most,
I would say Avatar: The Last Airbender is the best cartoon ever.
No, most influential.
Influential though.
Best cartoon ever. I don't know about all that.
Yes, it has the best. Wait, no. Let me go at Luther yet again. You got cooked one time. Let's go through this again. It has the best plot. It has the best character development. The animation is A1, and the plot lines from the beginning to the end all make sense. What would make it not the best?
I will give you they do have good characters. Zuko's character development is unmatched. One of the best.
Is OD.
He's OD as hell. But
the Simpsons, someone said the Simpsons. That's
but they fell off though. They fell off hard. They just
wait.
What fell off? Influential.
Yeah, some didn't fall off.
Okay, influential. I can't argue with that.
Bro, Avatar: The Last Airbender was so good. People were praying for it to like officially be anime. Technically, it's not, but like
I'm Jerry.
I just don't understand why you're so shocked at me saying that's the best cartoon. Again, plot is great, animation is great. There's no ass pulls in it, and the world building is phenomenal. Why are you pushing back to that? That's what I want to know.
The Simpsons, any show on for 20 years is going to fall off. No show was good for 20 years.
That doesn't just because the show goes on for 20 years doesn't make it better.
Sure, yeah, I'm not saying better. No, the question was iconic.
Influential,
sorry. That's it.
You guys, I'm sorry, I have to cut this. You can go and watch PC Toons and comment, and maybe you can comment the show.
Nah, we just gonna pay PC Toons take that over. I'm gonna have to watch Avatar again.
I go tap in, bro. Yeah.
Yo, shout out Arthur. Great cartoon.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace, guys.
Take it easy, y'all.
Tell your light, but take it.